Oh boy.
We're going live.
Oh boy.
All right. We're live.
Maybe not.
We're live. We're live.
Are we live?
We're live. We're live.
Oh, I can hear us talking. We're live, but we're not doing anything.
That's a great metaphor for the entire show, my friend.
Oh, okay. There's something happening now.
KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is also simulcast from UHF station KTRD, 299 MHz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence. But before we get to the live broadcast, let us see what's on the Polyester Blend Network and KTRD schedule today.
Breaking news on Polyester Blend KTRD. We must come in live. We must come in live. We have an emergency. We must go live to Clayton's toilet emergency. We must find out what is happening with toilets. All of Clayton. We must go live to our man on the scene. Clayton, are you there?
Sure.
Clayton, are you there? Clayton, are you there with us?
You know what? I told you I had a plumbing issue. I didn't say it was toilet related.
We must get to the bottom of this toilet emergency. Everyone who's been doing Polyester Blend and a part of it for years know that his toilet have been on the brink of total disaster after every meal for years now.
Come on, man.
We must find out what happened. Clay, what is the situation over at Casa de Clay?
Are you going to let me speak? Or are you just going to make toilet noises?
We're live with our man.
I told you I had a plumbing issue. I didn't say it was a toilet issue.
Wow, one could only assume, Clay. I had my theory.
It was a toilet issue.
Hello!
Warning. Thing is, it wasn't. I mean, it was my. I own the toilet, but it wasn't my toilet.
Hey, breaking news here, folks. Breaking news! Clayton owns his own toilet, everybody. This is good news.
It wasn't mine. It's not in my living space.
Clayton owns multiple toilets across the valley, everybody. Breaking news.
Oh my God. You're like yelling quotient is already.
This is breaking news on Polyester Blend KTRD, home of Polyester Blend, the KTRD studios out in the West Desert. Clay, we find out there's a toilet, so you have a toilet.
My dear friends, my tenants that live in the garden level apartment in my house. Garden level. And the toilet wasn't working. Had full replacement. Had to do a full replacement.
Whoa!
It wasn't a, gotta fix the interiors. Full, total, it was a TTR. Total toilet replacement.
Oh my God. And to know what that means, a man who's experienced probably a lot of toilet failures in his life, from the toilet failure capital of Southern California, our Ed McFlush. Are you there with us, Ryan?
Flush. I don't know. Hey, old Flush.
Want to rewind that? Try that one more time. I think we go live to Ryan Bradford, our resident expert on all things toilet. I mean, have you ever experienced a full, total toilet collapse, Ryan Bradford?
No, I have not. In fact, the only thing close that I've come to that is one time I was shopping for a toilet seat at Lowe's and ran into somebody I knew. I didn't really know them. Somebody
you've been peeping on, a peeper, and you're like, oh God, they know. I know them. They don't know me.
I'm buying a toilet seat.
People, Ryan Bradford.
Is this why the show is 30 minutes late?
People. We must go to the live YouTube chat. There it is. Jeremy with the new slogan, we're live but not doing anything. Of course, the chat master knows. Chat master is wise. We are getting to the bottom of what is clearly a catastrophe in Clay's life. Clay, what's going on? Did you install the toilet today? Did you buy it and someone else put it in? People want to know.
Oh man, that's a D. I do my own work, man.
What? You put it in your own toilet?
I did.
Oh my God.
And toilet technology has come a long way. This whole water reduction, water use reduction,
Right.
one drop flush, 2 drop flushes. This
Yes.
thing it's pretty miraculous what they got out there these days.
Now, Clay, do you remember the name of the type of toilet you got? I mean, where'd you go to purchase this toilet?
I don't remember the brand name. It's downstairs.
Can we get someone live on the scene? Can you talk to your tenant? Get them to tell you.
Do you think my tenants want to know that I'm broadcasting?
Clay, I mean, these new toilets aren't cheap.
It wasn't an American standard.
Oh, see?
Well,
It was a
what color are we
$100
talking
toilet
about?
from Home Depot, elongated.
Home Depot, buddy.
And there it is. Yeah, it's a glacier. The glacier.
Really? We found it, people!
Glacier Bay. There it is.
Oh, nice.
This
Doing
is the
classic-
toilet we are dealing with here tonight. This is the brand new toilet in Clay's life.
Oh my
Ryan,
God.
your thoughts on this
Classic
revelation?
White,
Yeah, your thoughts?
classic white color. Love it.
Teeny tiny
Clayton.
tank. It's a
Teeny
TTT.
tiny.
Teeny tiny tank.
tank. Teeny tiny tank up there.
Teeny tiny
Low
tank.
water use. They don't need a big ass tank.
Wow, people, this is a big day. It's a big day because it's not only we found out that you installed your own toilet.
I'm a Renaissance man.
That's so impressive. I think all of us, Ryan, I have a new admiration for Clay. What about you?
Wait, Clayton, after you installed the
Guess
toilet,
not.
did you make your tenants thank you and then kiss your hand?
Like a kind of a nightly thing.
And then
or
you scolded them for
I even snaked the drain down to the main stack
oh my God,
to
people!
confirm that there was no obstruction.
Tonight's night is dedicated to the one and only Clayton's new toilet. It is, of course, early in the running for Husky Boy of the show. Is the toilet
It's elongated.
and we want to also say happy birthday to the toilet. It was born today,
Had its first flush.
June
just a couple hours
26th.
ago.
June 26th. Sorry, 27th.
oh, he's a Cancer.
He's a Cancer. We hope that doesn't mean
I
anything
could
for
get
him
my
to use
tenants
it.
on the horn and see if it's been used yet.
Well,
That could be breaking news.
work that information in for us throughout the night. Happy birthday. It is today born 00, the toilet, Clayton's toilet. We're all very, very happy for you, Clay. And that is exciting. And you know what you're going to use that toilet for? I'm telling you right now, Clay.
No, I'm not using that toilet. It's
Well,
not in my
someone's
living
going to
quarters.
use it. You know what they're going to use it for? When they eat a bunch of Cheetos. And that brings us to our next segment
Oh,
here
no,
tonight.
no,
It is
no.
Cheetos
Oh,
talk.
are we on new Cheeto flavor?
We are on to new Cheeto flavors. That's right, everybody. As Clay
Hold on,
loves
baby.
to
I
talk
got
about.
an entire book full.
We've got
thoughts
lots of
about-
notes about Cheetos here on Polyester Blend. And it's something that you will use on that new
Do you want to
toilet.
give our listeners a little insight on that inside joke there?
I'm just saying. I think they can pick up on it whenever. Clay loves when we talk about snack foods. He doesn't think that we waste any time when we talk about fun, different little items, tangents that we go off in. He thinks it's all very fun to be a part of.
I just said we might have to reduce tangents considering we're starting 40 minutes late.
Top 10 Cheetos here tonight in the chat. You got your favorite Cheetos.
What is your favorite Cheetos? Like, for real.
Amen hot or not?
I don't even know the
I mean, that's
flavors.
basically
That's a
that
separate panel.
separates kind of two segments of humanity, I think.
That's right. Separates.
Like, do you go with the classic? I mean, the classic has the extra crunch,
Right.
or do you puff?
I don't even think I know a lot of these things. I mean, there's a lot to be questioned here. I don't know what the puffs. Crunchy jalapeno cheddar. Ryan, if you're getting that jalapeno cheddar, you can't go for any water washing toilet. You're going to have to go get the big stuff, right? Industrial toilet.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, might as well just go for the bucket.
I know.
Like the 15-galloner.
What if I type in industrial toilet? Industrial.
Instead of, what if I just bought another new toilet and filled it full? Didn't ever fill it. Just had it full of Cheetos.
Oh, yeah. We could fill it. A Cheeto bowl. I think it'd
those
be great.
floating toilets. Should I go floating next?
Well, if you have some sort of business, you really could. You can go with these.
Well, the San Tropez.
Could have got the Swiss Madison. Would have been really good.
Wall hung elongated the San Tropez.
I think using a black toilet is always unnerving. It's like you're pissing into the void. Or
Well, the
it's like
world
when
kind
you
of feels like
stare-
we're pissing into the void these days.
Hello! We have not even talked about serious matters. We are just totally wasting time in showing why our sex may
I
not
don't
need
think
to
we
be in
should
charge.
talk about serious
We are
matters.
not.
I don't think we're qualified.
We are exactly. We were going to get to that in point of order, but it's a good announcement to let it be known that we are, of course, acknowledging the world around us. We don't hide from it, but we are, of course, not the right people. Look at what we're doing. We're the dumbest. But
Well, I just, we're 2.5 years into the show. How many times are we going to have to say there's terrible things happening in the world we're not qualified to talk about?
no. Well, what we can do is support. That is what we can do, my friend.
Of course.
We can support. We can go out and vote and make sure we stand by those who need their rights represented. You hear how we go from toilet to Cheetos to serious stuff. That's what goes on here on Polyester Blend. We're all happy you could be here tonight. We're going to get to point of order, all the fun stuff ahead of us, and we will talk about that soon enough here tonight. Clay, we are going to announce, though, I'm pulling up your new toilet. Want to make sure we always see whenever we need it, we can pull up your new toilet right there and look at it.
Okay,
How beautiful.
thank you.
So that way it's right there at all times. Feel a little bit better right there. People, the other thing is if you want to throw down the Cheetos, Clay does need to he's got to speak up when he's talking about his toilets. That's something I agree. In the chat, we got to get that going. Put in the
I'll
chat.
turn my mic up here, buddy.
I love
Thanks,
it.
Janine,
Sound
for your feedback.
Sound engineer, always ready to go. People, I think we got to get going with the show. We already started late. It's time to get through it. People, we got a lot of stuff going on. Clay, you ready for a little bit of point of order? You ready for a little bit of point of order?
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it so much, Ryan. Let's do it. Order. Some toilets online. Get some industrial toilets. Order them up. All your favorite teas can be purchased on the interwebs. This is a great pick, a Zern. We love a good Zern. We love all these things. We'll be talking much more.
Toilet brands from A to Z, from American Standard to Zern.
Right, exactly. And that is why we bring up, of course, we don't forget the news going on here, but we are a hyper-local show. But here in Utah, after the horrendous news last Friday, there is already injunction in place. A judge has ruled they can't move forward with the ready-to-go abortion laws here in the state of Utah. But we will find out more as time goes along here about those emergency hearings set for Monday. So we will find out more about that as time goes on. We can't say enough. Again, we just acknowledge what's going on.
Man, emergency court orders, injunctions. Since 2016, I mean, how many of these have we had? How many times have hero judges had to swoop in and protect us from?
I know. From the
ourselves.
Christian Taliban that's taking over the country. People, we move on from that, but we acknowledge, we support Ally here. We love him. God bless all those who are dealing with it. Next one, though, very quickly. We've been talking about this for a while here, Clay. The water news. Ryan Bradford brought it up a little bit, and I'll get to that in 1 second. But they're talking about, Clay, putting maybe more water in Lake Powell. We don't know what to do with this thing. We made it. It was a bad idea, but now we need the water. Clay, your thoughts on this?
Sounds like a bad idea.
Sounds like a bad idea. You're a guy who knows all about toilets and water and septicals of water. You know, the Lake Powell's kind of like a big toilet.
Lake Powell is not like a high-efficiency toilet.
Yeah. It's not. It's just a big, inefficient toilet that maybe we should get rid of. But it brought up this water news. The story about water is something that we've brought up for some time now and been covering here on Polyester Blend because we're those who live in Utah and care about it. But last night, Ryan Bradford brought this up before the show started. Last week, tonight with John Oliver. I watched the show. I love it. I couldn't help but be like, you're speaking to the choir with last night's episode, Clay. Did you see last night where he went after Governor Cox and Utah about water rights in the West? Did you see that, my friend?
No. I mean, Bradford talked about it before the show, but if I love it when John Oliver points his wit at us. Usually does a pretty good job. Oh, and he involved the Jazz Bear. Talk to me about this.
The one qualm he showed before that image, he showed the Utah Jazz logo, and it was the old one.
Good point. Good point.
The gross mountainy one.
Oh, but you don't know. I don't know if this is. We can talk about this in Clayton's
that would be a Clayton
Sports Insights.
Yeah, I think that's a Clayton.
But the Jazz, the digital mountains are back, baby.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in Clayton Sports.
Don't like it.
We'll talk about that. But I think they picked a very particular, I mean, when you look at the Jazz Bear, you're not always seeing the human eyes. I think it was a real particular flash camera angle moment there. Fine, you can make fun of the bear. I don't think it's that creepy. Clay, you think it's creepy? I don't think it's creepy. Maybe we're used to it.
The bear is the least of our problems.
Absolutely. But what he went after was the fact that Governor Cox, our governor here in the state of Utah, not Ryan, he's in San Diego, did the prayer for rain last year.
Oh, yeah, that was big time.
And last year, let us not forget, Polyester Blend, we covered that a year ago. I'm just saying, John Ollie. You gotta. If you're doing bits here, you gotta come to us. We're doing that Utah.
Little slow. Have his people call us.
We did a whole prayer thing. Remember, I creeped everybody out.
Rate of play, John Oliver.
I did that mouth thing where I put my mouth in the Governor Cox's face. It was a horrendous thing. So much content we've created over the years here on Polyester Blend. But I was just like, been there, done that, John Oliver. But I'm glad it's been brought to national and worldwide attention, Clay. Because it is nuts to remember our governor did that. Instead of doing anything about water, he just prayed for rain.
Well, thoughts and prayers, you know.
Thoughts and prayers.
Hey, did it ever
thoughts
rain?
and prayers for various things.
Not since he asked for prayers has it rained in Utah. It's been about a year now with no rain.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty incredible stuff. In fact, Satan's really just has been killing us left and right with the sun and lack of water. Anyway, we say, yes, if Ordah, we need to change the water laws. I was at a wedding over the weekend, and I was in a field of alfalfa, Clay, and I felt like I was in the. I felt like it was.
I saw pictures of that wedding. That wedding was like, you guys all look like supermodels out there in your Western garb.
Yeah, well, a lot of people look like supermodels. I was just in the back hucking down Cheetos, and
you had
one of my favorite Cheetos.
A bolo tie on, didn't you?
Yes,
didn't you?
Brand new bolo tie, my friend.
You were wearing a polo.
And I wish I would have brought my shirt. I got a brand new shirt. I was also wailing in the back of that wedding on any of my favorite Cheetos snacks. I love all my Cheetos. You got to.
Are you talking Flamin' Hot there?
I was eating Flamin' Hot. It was a
Citrus
Flamin' Hot wedding.
jalapeno?
It was all Flamin' Hot down there. Had a grand old time. But I was sitting in a field of alfalfa, Clay, in with the enemy. I thought I was trying to salt the earth while I was down there, my friend. Was out, so it's very rough stuff. Rough stuff out there. We say, Ordah. Hopefully, we won't all.
Was that in Boulder?
Outside of it.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
But basically, I would say yes. People, we say order that. Order the next one. Order this one, Clay, is all about the headline. Point out in SLC Reddit the other day. This headline from KSL.
Oh, my God.
Ordah. Ryan Bradford is.
A headline only KSL can provide.
Ryan, have you ever thought going into the deep dives of capitalism to work on any substance abuse issues?
Ooh, all the time.
You know what?
I don't.
This is a case where I actually want to read this article now.
Yeah, this is. Oh my God. This sounds like a international noise conspiracy song title.
What it sounds like is someone was like, all right, I'm going to give you a title of an article, and then I'm going to challenge you to write an article about it.
So it's one of those. I know, right? It's one of those. So what happened is this guy right here. What's his name? Thomas Jefferson himself.
Former communist, former socialist.
Yes, he was an alcoholic because he was sharing with everyone in his village, and he felt so shitty about it. He was like, I got to get into capitalism. So what basically happened is this guy he's gone through alcoholism, drug addiction, and it was hurting him for a long time. And anyone who can get off of any of their something like that and better their lives, I mean, we're not mocking that. Of course not. No. We're proud of anyone who's taking care of themselves and those around them. But
some people go to therapy and
what they're arguing is this guy listened to a talk from a billionaire who was themselves once a drug addict, and he just got into motivational speaking, this guy, and he listened to this one guy. He then opened up a window replacement business, and it's been doing very well, and it's producing a lot of money. The one thing I will say, though, is did
capitalism cure him of alcoholism, or did he?
They're basically saying, I mean, he's more or less admitting, I believe, in this article that
he became a workaholic?
He became a workaholic. So he just didn't address the issue. He just turned his vices elsewhere, which is like,
maybe this is like a bizarro Wolf of Wall Street sequel idea.
Very good point. But this article, he talks about
only in Draper. Okay.
Yeah, of course. It's a Draper-based, St. George-based satellite operations in Draper, buddy. But he talks about how the pandemic was really good because that business is usually door to door, and people were trapped at home, and he could just have solicitors going door to door. I'm like, I don't know if that's what I would have taken away from the pandemic is the bonus of trapping people into buying replaced windows as you wean your well off of alcohol onto making money. But to be fair, I had a horrible bellyache the other day, and I really indulged myself in oligarchy, and I'm feeling a lot better. So any of the different types of government really help with any ailment you're going through. You know, Clay?
Yeah, he looks very concerned about his money in that photo.
You know what? I was really. I stubbed my toe and I dabbled in anarchy, and I'm just feeling a lot better. So anything like that, you're doing really good.
An agrarian city-states cured my irritable bowel syndrome.
Clay, what are we back all of a sudden with Clayton's toilet emergency watch?
It is.
What are we doing here? It's either that or you must have been chomping down on one of those fantastic flavors from Cheetos, including their wonderful flavor cheddar jalapeno. So, I mean, those
My point was it was a high-fiber diet because it's an agrarian society, not the actual government structure. I'm saying, like, you know,
no, Clay, it was way
causation does not equal correlation, as they say.
It was so thought out, Clay. That's the thing. It was very thought out. Very thought out.
Thank you. Ooh, popcorn Cheetos.
Who knew it existed? People, Ordah. I mean, I just hope that guy gets better. I hope he's doing better.
I hope Charlie doesn't. My son does not find out about that. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. I might have to send
popcorn Cheetos.
Might have Charlie on for Cheeto talk. Charlie Cheeto. People, the next one is 2 articles. Clay, this is brought to our attention by a good friend of the show. Failed really bad at doing the quiz, but he points out the good stuff. And he pointed out that continuous member of the TPOS Hall of Fame, Phil Lyman, Utah legislature floats conspiracy theory that election machines are changing votes. Shocking.
He was in the news a couple times this week. There was one where he's
That's right.
I'm pretty good at snuffing out BS. It's just something I do.
He definitely sniffs out BS. The S part, he knows how to find it because he's in a hall with a lot of it. Hello. Anyway,
look at that plate. Those plates of food in that.
Yeah, look
ad.
at that.
Oh, sorry, guys. The Husky.
Those people chowing down. They know your algorithm is all.
Oh my God! Sorry, I forgot I had the Husky boys here. We got breaking news. Oh crap!
You can try to hold a serious conversation when there's pictures of
Clay. There's more snacks to be talked about. More snacks to be talked about.
Look at those sliders. Oh my God.
Get some sort of crab roll here. Oh crab.
Is there an O Crab location near me?
Oh, buddy, I'm so glad you asked. West Jordan location, Boise or Napa. Looks like a highly infiltrated in Idaho, but West Jordan has a
bucket
wonderful
crab. Do they have buckets?
Buddy, we're gonna have to go.
Buckets of crab spaghetti.
You can go check out the game, Clay. You can go check out the game while you're there. See the sports screen up there. You can get a plastic bag heating itself.
That doesn't look well.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah, it looks like the food is farting itself, and it filled up the bag. Full.
Oh crab! Oh crab! Oh crab!
Well, the food is letting enough gas out; it fills up its own hot air bag.
I don't know about this place.
What? I don't know.
Is that ink safe?
I don't know. This is a cocktail glass filled with bourbon, cognac, brandy, garnished with delicious orange drained.
I guess we got to go out to West Jordan.
I think we got to go West Jordan. All looks good to me. Ryan, you want to come out? Want to go to Orab Shack? I mean, they're showing the signs broken there. It's not a good idea. They shouldn't be doing that.
Okra.
Oh, buddy, look at that. I'll eat the shit out of that plate. Now, Ryan, when you think
I'm not even a huge crab fan, but I'm good at crab.
Now, Ryan, true or false? When you think when you think of fresh seafood, you think of West Jordan, Boise, and Napa, Idaho. Is that right? Fresh seafood?
I mean, definitely West Jordan and Boise, but Napa.
Yeah, Napa. I mean, it sounds like, in California, and so it sounds
throw
like
an M in there.
This is how they cook it on the coast, and that's how it gets delivered in a bag from the coast. It's on a train track. It's actually
they just they fill it up with air and float it out.
Between the toxicity of the ink, so the toxicity of the ink in the newspaper and the plastic bag they cook it in.
I know. Ryan,
if you go hang out outside of an O crab, you'll see all these bags of crab flying in through the little receiving window.
Yes. Oh, we got another crab bag. Got a crab bag. Get the crab bag.
How far has journalism fallen when they don't even print newspapers anymore, but they print fake newspapers that you could put crab in?
That's true. Yeah, at some point, I mean, what are we going to do with the fish industry? Is that you're right? It's the only thing going to keep paper mills going at some point. It's just sort of thing. Anyway, check out O Crab out in West Jordan. A pretty easy drive, probably less than 20 minutes, maybe 30. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. West Jordan, 7277 Plaza Center. Check that out. But also check out, speaking of bag of crab meat, Representative Phil Lyman set to speak at an election with the shrimp himself, the My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. So Phil, he's like, I think there's voter fraud. I think that shit's going on. And then he's also going to go speak in Colorado with the My Pillow guy. I mean, Clay.
Yeah, that's the article where he talked about how he can just sniff out BS.
Of course he can. Of course he can. He can sniff out BS. And the reason he can do that, Clay, you know the reason he can do that? He can sniff out BS because for a long time he's been in the Total Piece of Shit Hall of Fame, so he knows shit. But he has an extra sense now. You know why?
Oh, is he going to be the second?
Third, I realize.
Third. Okay, make the announcement.
On the same birthday as your toilet being born, it is also the day where we must open the halls of the great Total Piece of Shit Polyester. We must open them up.
So big.
It's huge. Dan McKay, by the way, said some stuff earlier.
But at least he has his sports jacket thrown nicely over his right shoulder.
But as you know, everybody, we have the Total Piece of Shit Hall of Fame. There's the current residents of the hall all lined up. Just to give you a couple of people, there's, of course, the initial Super Del Sanche, who's really actually at this point harmless compared to a lot of these miscreants. Speaking of miscreants, Eric Mustos. There he is. Haven't heard from him for a while. Hopefully he's going through, maybe capitalism has weaned him off his crazy ideas and he's selling some sort of replaced light bulb situation. And then, of course, Richard Paul Evans, by the way, Clay, I forgot to talk about this. He must have bought a billboard out there on I-15 because it's only Richard Paul Evans related stuff on that billboard. He has a new book in one of his series coming out. We'll talk about that. Serious total piece of shit. Ryan Schlegel, of course, can be seen there.
God.
Early on, though, number 5 in the hall was Phil Lyman. And after that was it Ammon Bundy? We're going to Ammon. I kept saying Ammon, but I
didn't realize we were going to go through the total hall retrospective.
I know. Well, we're not going to because I'm stopping there because if you remember, Eric Mustos and Eamon, there's Eamon both have an award, a specialty award. But Phil was in there earlier than Eamon Bundy. So I think it's only right with this recent revelations of his. He's really trying to get there. He has gone over the line. He is the 3rd recipient in a proud tradition known as the With Honors, the Total Piece of Shit Polyester Blend Brown Brain Award given out to Eric Mustos and Eamon Bundy. But here we are adding Phil Lyman to the Total Piece of Shit Brown Brain Award. There he is, General, smelling something he just produced. He's sniffing out that BS. Huck, like, let's see him there doing it.
Well, does he know it's emanating from the metal around his neck?
And inside of his brain that has slowly rotted away and became closer to feces than an actual human brain.
You know the weird thing about this guy is I just want to meet him.
Oh, man. Listen to his podcast.
I would just love to just meet. No, I don't want to meet him.
We did a deep dive. Yeah, I'd love to see how this situation goes. Anyway, congratulations.
Friend of the show and journalist Robert Gerke has had the pleasure of meeting him several times. Maybe you can share a story later in the after hours.
That's for the after hours. Those lucky kids who like to check out Polyester Blend.
Those guys that watch, guys and ladies. Certainly, there's at least one lady.
Whenever we're lucky, we always embrace
watches us for 4 hours.
We embrace it.
Just to get a shot at hearing Robert Gerke.
Exactly. We had fan of the show Summer the other day post some comments on the show. Always glad to see her watching. Makes me so happy. Anyone watching the show, we love it so much. And then the final Ordah of the night, Clay, is we like to do a story based in the county in which the upcoming Utah Cities quiz is. And this week, my friends, we are going to the wonderful county of Garfield County, my friend, Garfield County. And that is why we check out the insiders serving both Wayne and Garfield County. And here's the deal, Clay. I'll just start reading this article I found posted. This is a feature, all right, Clay? In the Insider. This is a newspaper online serving the fine people of Wayne and Garfield County.
Baby.
Penguin and all these things. Clay! This article starts May 10th, 1978. Sir Tom Jones came to Salt Lake City to perform. I was 13 years old at the time, and my mother allowed me to attend the concert. Boy, were my eyes open. Imagine ladies throwing their panties at a complete stranger who is singing just to them. I wondered what happened to all those undergarments after the show for most of those, people. So
what a weird thing to wonder about.
Yeah, she's been wondering about this. Well, Clay, she didn't have to worry too much. Fast forward 44 years later, and I'll tell you what happened to about 24 of those panties while I attended the 2022 Penguich Quilt Walk. I happened upon the most amazing sight, the most unusual quilt I think I've ever seen. It's titled the Sir Tom Jones Quilt, and it was made by this woman, Ranny Beaver, who worked at the theater in which Tom Jones performed. She stitched together about 12 panties that were thrown at Tom Jones, and she put that quilt on display in Penguich, Clay Dog. Are you hearing this?
Yes, I am hearing this, and I am. When was this article published?
Like last week.
Oh my God. The Sir Tom Jones
June
quilt.
21st, 2022. This just happened. There's the quilt in question.
First of all, kudos to the people at the Insider for posting
Hell yeah. This is
the image of the panty quilt.
and letting the article happen. And hey, Penguich let it happen too.
Yeah.
Guys, you can't censor art.
Yes,
I'm
good
just
point.
here to say that.
Amen.
Especially, when a guy creates a hit like Sex Bomb, things are gonna get a little racy.
Absolutely.
Is that his best song? Is that his biggest hit?
No.
What is his biggest hit? Donkashern?
No, that's the other guy.
not
That's
unusual.
Wayne Newton.
Oh, it's not unusual.
It's not
Yeah,
unusual.
right. Wayne Newton is
Also,
Donkashern. My
Tom
bad.
Jones is actually kind of kick-ass. I don't know if you guys have listened to
Hey,
his
you've seen his
records.
dance moves, man.
I mean, he's very good, but I actually think some of his stuff is actually pretty good outside of...
Sure.
Anyway, I mean, Clay, Garfield County, Wayne County, don't think of them as some behind the times. Actually, definitely think that. But they're opening their minds. They're allowing this progressive art here of the fine women who have been fans of Tom Jones and made a thing to embrace it. I love it, Clay.
I'm down with this, and I'm what was her name? Jepsen.
Her name, the writer of this was Lisa Jepsen. Lisa Jepsen.
Kudos to Lisa Jepsen
Amen.
for keeping those dirty thoughts buried for 44 years.
And nothing like being able to actually sleep in your dirty thoughts by wrapping yourself in all those wonderful things, those garments representing a fantasy as you were a child. I'd pay for it. I'd love it. I hope Tom Jones knows about it, and I hope he's excited about it. I think it's good stuff. Ryan, are you going to get a collection of Wilbur underwears and put them together for a quilt for Mary Worth? Is that something you're looking? Or maybe a collection of eels in the window. Put that as a quilt.
A lot of eels, a lot of there's probably.
You know what?
What kind of underwear do you think Wilbur?
I'm calling it right now. That's the Photoshop.
I was just, Clay, you and I, great minds think alike. I was just going to write it down next week. What do you think needs to be a quilt? Next week, what do you think needs to be a quilt in honor of the Tom Jones quilt? Quilt for you, Shop Bro. I love it, gentlemen.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ryan.
Yeah, which one do you think Tom Jones was most excited to get?
Actually, the quilt. The quilt itself probably keeps him warm. He's getting older. It's harder to keep yourself warmer as you get older. So I think the quilt, in general, I think the one piece. Right, Clay, were you going to say something?
No. I just apologize for interrupting Bradford.
God, you're so thoughtful. You're so thoughtful. Ordah, let's point.
Rescind the thorny. Rescind.
No, easy. People, that concludes another edition of Ordah. Point of order here tonight. Clay, we got a lot going on here tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
It's 9 o'clock. We should probably go to our first music break, and then we come back. It's time for the Clayton Corner. I mean, we need to think it's Comics Corner. It's the Clayton something, the kind of back-to-back Clay. It's all things Clay coming up after this because we got the wonderful. You got an insight tonight, right? You got an insight.
I do.
Got a sports.
I mean, it's a very brief one, yeah.
We got it. We got sports roundup. We got Clayton's insight. So I think we're in business here tonight. But Clay, you also had not only insight for your segment coming up after the first music break, you also had an insight on what we should play for music. And you thought, of course, we know what's going on in the world, the horrendousness, but one of the many things that are horrendous, I think you're referencing to, we're not talking about enough. Tell us what the music theme is and why.
I mean, it was originally about the January 6th hearings. Songs about crime, because it's crimes are on my mind.
Right.
And it was a crime, and it's fascinating how a large swath of our country is ignoring that.
Yes.
That a crime was committed, and they're actually permissive of it, which is
Right.
crazy.
Yep.
And then also there's just crimes against women's freedom right now, and
Amen.
you know, I had me contemplating what is a crime, and then I thought, hey, you know, I do a music show. Let's do songs that are about crimes committed. And guess what? There is not a shortage. There's a lot of songs about that.
That's true. There's a society full of those crimes. Some crimes I think we're focusing. Crimes that we're focusing on are going unchecked in our society, but we thought we would connect the dots, as you will, and point out those crimes going unnoticed by playing a bunch of songs about crime. So, Clay, we're going to be doing that here tonight. We got 2 of them coming up. First one's yours, then we have Ryan Bradford's. What do you got on deck here in your first crime song?
I threw it in there real quick. Oh, is it Honeycombs?
Yep.
Oh man, this was like, this was one of those songs. I love that when this happens. I was at the Camas Food Town.
Oh.
I spent the whole weekend.
Where you won a city's quiz recently, by the way, the town that you won a city's quiz on.
And that's why I made the pilgrimage. No, I was on the way to the cabin. And I was shopping for groceries for the weekend. I spent the entire weekend at the cabin making the railing. I started installing the railing.
Oh, nice.
On the deck.
That was something. That was early pandemic where we had a huge jam. That was like one of the first times I hung out with people where we did that.
Yeah,
That's
we
wonderful.
built a deck at my place, and it was awesome. And but I ran out of time and money, and so I just finally got enough money saved to aluminum. The price for aluminum is through the roof. But anyway, I digress.
Don't get me started on precious
It's a powdered
metals.
aluminum deck.
Wow.
I was in the Camas Food Town, and this song came on, and it's actually where I got the idea.
Wow.
Hey,
for the crime
Ryan,
thing.
sidebar. Can we have 30 minutes on aluminum right now?
Hello, people. Do you?
I got it powdered. I got it in cans.
Do you like enjoying your Cheetos in a bowl made of wonderful aluminum? We'll be taking your thoughts all night long. Join us in the YouTube chat, where you can join in. The Zoom link is there, of course. Go ahead, Clay.
Camas Food Town, and this song came on, and it's like one of those times where like I just froze. I was in the frozen food section, and I froze, and I was like, I listened. People must have thought I was like insane or having a health episode because I just froze and listened to the entire song and was like, and I don't have Shazam on my phone, but I was like, okay, memorize a very key lyric to the song so you can go and Google it after the song is over.
Wow, what a moment!
Because it was like it's right in the polyester blend pocket. Dude. So like, yeah, this is my first pick. It's Honeycomb Stick Up.
Dude, that is the stories I love to hear, Clay. Great stuff. Inspiration for the theme. I love it all. Clayton's Camas inspired song, Honeycomb Stick Up. We'll be right back.
Finest.
2 song set. Polyester blend. We'll be back after 2 songs. We love you. Pauly Shore. Breaking news here, everybody. Breaking news. Very exciting. We found out just a couple moments ago that producer Rob, can in fact read. It's very exciting that we just found that out. He pointed out in the YouTube chat that, of course, it is not Stick You, it's Stick Up is the name of the hit song that Clay played from the hot, wonderful sounds of Honeycomb. Found him. I mean, Clay, is that just a really good mix going on up in Camas? I mean, what's going on up there, Clay Dog? Okay, we love that he's here.
No, the rest was like not great. I just
not a lot. I mean, how did that gem find? I guess there are like hidden, one-hit wonders that sometimes pop up that we all forget about.
Yeah, I mean, if you liked that, if you liked that song, all of our listeners out there, I suggest going to YouTube. There's a great Soul Train performance singing that song, and Don Cornelius is a total weirdo, man.
What? I
He
don't
kind
know
of
what
like
you mean.
Don Cornelius from
Yes, I know.
Soul Train.
I thought he was a noted.
Oh yeah, he's a notice. But he definitely there's just like some open creepage happening on that one.
I believe,
Like,
yeah.
Hey, check out these. What does he call them? He calls them
Boy.
like something canaries. He calls them. I don't know. I don't even like. It's confirmed. Creepage.
Trouble is what I would say. But yes, it is noted stuff.
Noted problematic Don Cornelius.
Exactly. I think that new fancy toilet's getting in the way of the internet sometimes here, bud. Again, we're here tonight.
Am I freezing up?
Sometimes, every once in a while, and that is because Clayton had a toilet emergency earlier, and that here is the happy edition of his new toilet. This beauty is part of Clayton's life now. It's its birthday today. We say happy birthday to that new toilet. We love it so much. Ryan.
I just switched channels.
I love it. Ryan, your last song. I mean, listen, Ryan, you and I sometimes, especially you. Let's go ahead and say it. Especially you, but I'm guilty as charged. We got some love for our nostalgic band Rancid that we grew up with. I still think they sound great. I think that song in particular, I was like, God, this is a great song. Also used in Beavis and Butthead.
I was just gonna say that Beavis and Butthead with the Stubborn All is like a weird version.
Yes,
right on the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack.
And that is perfectly noted because the new Beavis and Butthead movie's coming out very soon on Paramount Plus. Get your subscriptions today.
I did just for that.
But Ryan, I was at the Real game not this last weekend. I couldn't have been at one because even though I was offered, I was at a wedding. The weekend before, I go to a Real game. We talked about it in Sports Roundup, which we're about to get in. Segue, hello. But Ryan, did you know about this? About the wonderful Rancid games? Rancid at the intersection of punk and soccer cultures. It turns out that noted Rancid drummer
Stinker.
What's his name? Brandon Stinker.
Stinker.
Steinecker. Jeremy. This is perfect.
Stinker.
I like Stinker way more. Jeremy, you could speak to this. He's a Utah guy. He loves Salt Lake Real. And then
wrote their fight song.
And Lars Fredrickson is from the Bay Area, loves the San Jose Earthquake. So whenever they play each other, Ryan, there's sometimes a connection there. Sometimes they do a thing where the punk
a little bit of clash between punks and skins.
Oi.
If
Don't.
I bet he gives Brandon.
Jeremy,
what's his name? The drummer.
Yeah,
Stinker.
He gives him the boot.
Gives him the boot.
The boot.
I hope that soccer ball doesn't break Ray's nose. You know what I mean, Ryan? That's a joke for Ryan, and that's all that's for. For you, buddy. Jeremy, did you go to one of these things? Is it even a thing anymore? Did it die out? What's the situation?
Yeah, it's been a thing. I didn't see anything about it this year, to be honest, but it's been a thing for a while. So,
people,
nothing interesting to say about it beyond what you already.
Breaking news. Chat Master Jeremy spends all of his time reading up on how to strategize chat situations. He has lost consciousness with the regular day-to-day of this world. He's so focused on Polyester Blend and his duties here, and I do mean duties, Brown Brain Award, that he is no longer knowing what's going on. But Ryan, isn't that fun, huh? Isn't that fun, bud?
Yeah.
Having fun.
Love it.
Having fun with that. We're all having fun with that. Jeremy.
I believe it was
Also,
like the 10th anniversary of the Believe chant this year, so they did do some special stuff in honor of the chant.
Because he wrote it. The Stinker wrote it. The song's not a stinker, but a stinker wrote it, right?
if that's how you want to pronounce his name.
Listen, that was Clayton. All right, let me tell you right now, Brandon, I think you're a fine musician. But if you ever were to find this show, which you will in the ether of time, because we know you're going to find Polyester Blend.
It'll exist forever.
Just know that Clayton Scrivener was the one who was like, Stinker? Is that Stinker? Now, is it because...
I said Stinker.
Now, is it because Stinker over here, Mr. Stinky, who, let's not forget, tonight had a problem with his toilet, had to go get a brand new toilet. The guy has such a stinking problem. He is also a drummer. Maybe he's a little jealous, maybe. I don't know. I
I would like to make money to drum.
Listen, you're making money pounding.
Buddy, do you need capitalism to save you?
Hello!
Good point.
People, that is what we call in the industry a callback. All right, everybody. Speaking of calling back, we like to call back to certain segments every week because we love the insight that gives us. We love the knowledge it gives us. And let's start off with one that we love so much. We're speaking about Real Salt Lake, our new adopted team of the summer. I'm going to be trying to go as much as possible. I think we all should be doing that. It's time to go into a hit segment we all love so much where this guy puts all the work together by maybe taking out a 6-shooter and just plowing away at some sort of beef, cow, cutting it up, making some fine steak. And that's when he writes out in the cow's blood. Wow, this got graphic very soon. It's our good friend. That's right, our good friend Clayton likes to give us a little bit of business about what's going on in the sports world. Clayton, do you have much this week in which you want to talk about capitalism saving your life?
We could. Why is capitalism did not save my life? Congrats to the Colorado Avalanche for winning the Stanley Cup. You know, they brought the Stanley Cup to the Intermountain West. I guess as a Utah sports fan, that'll qualify as a victory these days.
Yeah, easy.
There was this weird controversy, though, on Twitter where the Denver Nuggets...
I said that to you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to... I wonder if they still have it. So what Clay's referring to is, for those who don't know what iced hockey is,
as opposed to hot hockey.
Hot hockey. Look at the celebration Google does. How fun is that? I'm not doing that, Clay. They did it. Isn't that fun?
It was so fun.
It turns out they, in fact, won the Stanley Cup, the wonderful Stanley Cup last night. There's the guy. That's Landeskog, the captain. But in Tampa Bay, and Clay, this is an interesting, worthless sports little trivia that I've been harping on. No one seems to care. Is that
3 Stanley Cups were won in Tampa Bay?
3 Stanley Cups for the Colorado Avalanche. 2 times they beat a Florida team in Florida.
The Panthers last time.
So in Miami and in Tampa Bay, the Colorado Avalanche have hoisted the Stanley Cup. Very odd little tidbit, but I still think it's great. But I love that's my kind of stuff. It was a great game. They're in the future. They're not going anywhere. But this was a fun one, Clay. This is a fun one. This is Nazem Kadri, who was longtime a Toronto Maple Leaf, told that they couldn't win. He couldn't win in the Stanley Cup playoffs. People in Toronto were like, this guy can't win. This guy can't win. And so they traded him, even though he was a very good player. He's Lebanese. At the time, he was the highest.
Wonderful beard.
He was the highest drafted practicing Muslim. I don't know if he's practicing, but he's a Muslim background. He got traded to Colorado. He just won a Stanley Cup, and this is what he had to say during his post-game interview.
As you have a lot of fans down in Southern Ontario, London, of course, Toronto, etc. What do you want to say to all those fans out there that stuck with you and wanted to see you have this moment?
I love you guys. That's all there is to be said. I mean, I've had supporters in my corner from day one, never wavered. And, for everyone that thought I was a liability in the playoffs, you can kiss my ass.
Hey! Love it. He's loving that. Look at that grin.
That's the feeling. Now, when I make a joke that makes both of you guys laugh, that's the face I have. It's like, they like it. They like it.
Good for him.
Really good stuff for him. Love that shit. But yes, the Avs have won the Stanley Cup. Clay Dog.
I kind of like the spite victory. Like,
yes.
To all my haters, just a little jab. It was a friendly, fun jab. It wasn't like serious. You didn't get dark.
There's nothing wrong.
Nice little kiss my ass. No big deal.
It's a very, come on. He didn't say anything too nuts. Now, let's see. So the Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup, but you and I were just blown away. Did they take it down? I wonder if they took it down. They might have taken it down, Clay.
Well, they probably took it down, but I'm sure the image exists
Somewhere. Yes, no, they didn't take it out. So Ryan Bradford, of course, you know that the Denver Nuggets are the other sports team, well, one of other sports teams in the Denver area, who are, of course, the basketball team. Remember, Ryan Bradford, they didn't win a championship this year, okay? They notably lost.
Yes, of course.
Okay?
They've never won a championship.
They've never won a championship. But the night that the Avalanche win, I couldn't help but notice that they put out this tweet with this image, which, of course, says... here says, oh, where did it go? It says here, champions. And it has them on the same level. They have a same level. Like the Nuggets also won the Stanley Cup last night, Ryan. I just, doesn't that seem a little confusing? Like, why would you do that? I
don't even think that Photoshop would win.
The whole town celebrating, right?
Yeah, but they put him on evil.
Yes, have the players doing the clapping thing smaller. He's almost bigger than the goalie.
Come on,
who won
I thought you're
Stanley
supposed
Cup.
to be a Photoshop judge. Come on,
yeah,
man.
I don't know. Jeremy might have a broken brain. We might have to be concerned.
Just joking. That's pretty bad.
Like, I don't know. You know.
They're the same. It looks.
I don't
like,
know what the approval process is there at Denver Nuggets HQ.
Exactly.
But I'm surprised that made it through QC. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just like, come on, dude. And look at this guy. He's looking for it. He's
looking for a championship.
Exactly. He's like, oh, I see the Stanley Cup. We didn't do anything, but that's fine.
It's 91 the kiss my ass guy.
Yes. So 91. That's Nazem Kadri. Also, I forgot to say another incredible. He had the best year of his professional career. He also broke his thumb the last round, and people didn't think he would play any more this playoffs. He had emergency thumb surgery, not on like emergency toilet shit for you, but he got surgery and came back and scored the game-winning goal the other night. I mean, just an incredible story. That's what I love about sports.
Right.
Also, Darren Helm, 2008 Stanley Cup champion with the Detroit Red Wings. He won last night. I love you, Darren Helm. Clayton, what else you got here in your final story? It looks like for
that felt like a Ryan Schlegel sports roundup, but yeah, RSL's doing well. Second place. You said it earlier. We should support them, and we need to continue to support them.
I think we should be. That should be something we focus on here. Jeremy, were you at the last game?
I was. The good news
classic
is
0-0 tie.
We're still undefeated at home. The bad news is it was one of the less thrilling matches of the season. I think would be the
gotta love a 0-0 tie where like people who like don't like soccer probably are like they could be like, yeah, dude, that's why I don't like soccer. 0-0 tie.
It was the fireworks game, so it always brings a bit of a crowd, and you gotta meet that crowd and bore them with a
0-0 tie.
I can find enjoyment in a 0-0 tie.
Sure.
But it just wasn't that exciting. I mean, both teams had their chances. Real had a few more. But still undefeated at home is nothing to sneeze at.
Nope.
The most exciting thing about the game was this warehouse fire.
Yeah, that is
or
an element
the
of
at-home warehouse store or whatever.
Is it the at-home, the actual retail place, like the actual store caught on fire?
Or
is it like their
that
storage
sounded
facility?
like what they were saying.
Look what it says.
At the stadium, it really looked like, I'll pull up a photo. It really
were they going to
like,
call the game?
Well, no, but so here outside the stadium, this is what it looked like. To me.
Oh, I thought that was just a photo of the offense of Real. Hello.
Oh, is this a drive-by of the fire?
That is correct.
That is those love seats at home really put off some black toxic smoke.
See, but they're saying a gymnastics company here in the article.
So the black wasn't quite as prominent there, but I think because it was such a big thing of smoke, it looked even closer to the stadium than it was. So everyone thought outside the stadium, it looked like it was going on inside the stadium.
Yeah, there.
As you can see in like this, and inside the stadium, it looked like it was like just outside the stadium.
Yeah, it looks right there.
So yeah, it was. Everyone was.
Someone get on the loudspeaker and say there is no danger to the stadium.
No, we were actually kind of like wondering, like, are they going to evacuate? Is something going to happen? But the game just kept going. And so, but I'm pretty sure everyone at the stadium was like on their phone trying to figure out, like, do we need to leave? And especially since it was a fireworks game, like maybe
I know that's what's amazing.
Accidentally blew up the fireworks before the match. And
that's insane.
Well, it sounds like the most exciting things that happened were incendiary related outside of the stadium.
It looked.
That's okay.
It looks just
there
like
were some good moments, but yeah, just wasn't quite up to the level of some of the other recent games. But they can't all be the most exciting game of the season, I suppose.
Got to have ups and downs in a season. But second place, support RSL. I'm looking forward. I've got tickets to go see them in July.
God,
I'm very excited.
God bless, my man. God bless. I'm so excited for you, for the world.
I'm going July 17th with a bunch of peeps.
Maybe I gotta go. Maybe I'll go, Clay. Maybe I'll crash your little party. I'm sorry.
Jay Pappas will be there.
Oh, I'll go. Maybe I'll go with my good friend Jeremy. Maybe I'll go with my good friend Danny. I don't need your little J-Paps party over there. And Ryan Bradford.
I wasn't invited to a fancy wedding in Southern Utah this weekend.
Jesus.
Don't get all.
It was my
don't
wedding.
Get all.
It was my wedding. My wedding.
Well,
I didn't invite you.
Every time I don't get invited to a wedding, I'm like, is it because of that one time?
Clay, do you mean the one time with them, or because I think the key there is one time ?
Well, the follow-up question is always like, which one time? That's kind of the real.
Well, I'm pretty sure those two were at Pat Munger's wedding. So
yeah, there was. Yeah, that was just.
There's also Joe Taylor's wedding.
There's just a guy who likes to have a good time and a guy who likes to put together a great, wonderful.
I've grown since last year.
I've grown in 20 minutes. I put together a toilet, which we honor here tonight on Polyester.
I've really been on my best behavior since 2021.
We love you. Well, but we love you. We love keep going. We love we support you, and we support your love of finding anything you need, especially in the form of capitalism. Check it out. Helps you out with anything you might need in this life. Helps you in any shape or form. People, speaking of any shape or form, this next segment sticks with our good friend. And you might be wondering, hey, he changed his wedding persona. He's ready to go to weddings. I want some of that beautiful insight on how.
Hey guys, if you're out there, I'm ready to go to weddings again. The judge says I'm allowed to go.
Put me in, coach. I got wedding dreams.
He's ready. All right. And he runs. He takes off his shirt. Oh, he's dancing with the grandma. Oh, my God.
I'm going to kill grandma this time. I'm not going to. Almost kill Pat's grandmother this time.
I'm done with this guy. All right. I'm done with him. I'm with this guy. People, it's time for his hit segment. A little bit of Clayton's wonderful. Deep down in the recesses of the brain is all the insight you need. That's why we go to a hit segment called Clayton's Insight. Clay Dog, what do you got?
Well, last week I struggled because we were doing Juneteenth, and I was like, "What are you gonna say?" And
Tread lightly.
This week hasn't been much easier for a white, straight male dude to like talk about his insights on life.
Fair.
So I'm gonna turn my. Okay, like I said, it says there in the notes. Last week I wanted to be quiet. Now I just want to disappear. I've decided I'm not going to disappear. That I'm going to turn my insights and my disdain towards something that I've witnessed this week in a weird thing that I think has come about since 2016, and that's this like. Can you hear me over?
Yes. Yeah, you're fine.
This white straight male victimhood card that I've been seeing. So I know you're not on social media, Ryan, Brad Schlegel, and good for you, but like for some reason Facebook has been sending me this advertisement over and over again of this Matt Walsh documentary called What is a Woman? Have you seen this? Heard of this?
No.
Heard of this?
Bradford, have you?
No, never.
Oh God, I guess I'm lucky enough to be punished by this algorithm. It's by the Daily Wire, which is a Ben Shapiro vehicle. And it's a documentary with this really annoying white dude asking the question, what is a woman? And what is up with this gender ideology phenomenon? And, you know, obviously he's going to be the one to answer this, right?
Takes a male to figure out what a woman is.
But what they did was they've been using this marketing tactic, which you see this victimhood tactic used in marketing with this particular segment of society, where they're like, much like the left's cyber attack that tried to take out this documentary, we're not gonna wilt. We're victims here, right? Yeah. So they've been using this whole thing to market this documentary, and it's been gross. But it really hit home yesterday when I was walking, or my son and I were going for a bike ride, and we biked past, we live downtown Salt Lake, we live right by Planned Parenthood. And right next to Planned Parenthood, there's a trolling organization called the Pregnancy Resource Center that, is there to shame people into taking their, or providing a resource for people who may want to take their pregnancy full term for, whatever. But what happened was, as a result of this week's news, some good old boys who like to strap open carry AR-15s to their waist set up a protection zone around the Pregnancy Resource Center in my neighborhood because it was under attack. And Charlie asked me what was going on, my son, and I was like, I have to explain to my son why these dudes are waiting out with machine guns in front of this organization that actually isn't under attack. So when he left, I went for a walk, and I was like, I got to talk to these guys.
Oh!
I know. It was probably not a great idea, but I was like, was there an actual threat to this building? A threat to this organization? And the guy says, possible attack. And I said, well, you're possibly scaring my kid by having a machine gun a half a block away from his house. And he froze, and I walked away because I was like, "This guy's got a machine gun."
Clay,
what the You're the victim.
Absolutely,
you're the victim.
Right. And that's the thing, Clay. Is I'm proud of you because I think the next step is not being silent, to stand. To do it to
my
make,
neighborhood,
to make a
man.
move. Yeah.
You're just supposed to, what do you do? Who are you scared? What with your machine gun? What are you doing?
We got to talk to it. We can't let these bullies keep going. And I'm proud of you, Clay. Proud of you. You did it, and you didn't. And you didn't. I mean, God knows, slugging this guy wouldn't have been a problem, but he was on a machine gun. But I thought it was,
I'm gonna slug him. I just want him to know. You made a
point.
You're scaring kids around here.
You didn't stay silent. You didn't stay silent. I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And
if he had to, he could have kicked the guy's ass, just for the record.
Maybe we need.
Good job, Clayton. But he was the better man. He didn't even have to.
He didn't have to. Also, us Husky boys have been really training in a lot of different arm-to-arm tactics, so we'll be ready for that kind of thing. The only arm-to-arm tactics I have is that in which my arm takes down any sort of delicious and wonderful Cheetos. Please take down sort of any Cheetos with any food like that. But he doesn't have to take down anything other than his beautiful mind, wrestle it to the ground, and pluck out some little bit of insight. And again, like you said, Clay,
Thank you.
It's not about us, but it is about. We do have a responsibility to start saying something and to stand with those who need some assistance.
Well, I mean, like I said, I am going to be silent and listen to the people that are actual victims, but to the people that are pseudo victims and have a victim complex.
Fuck that.
Maybe I'm not going to be silent to them, even though they might have higher artillery weaponry than I do.
You know what?
Just screw those guys. Go back to where go to your neighborhood and protect.
Yeah.
The Circle K or whatever you.
Well, go shine your little toys.
Or for these people, it's the Circle KKK.
Hello, people. It's been another wonderful edition of the hit segment on Polyester Blend, where he just likes to say a couple things, and we're here to say it. It's Clayton's Insights. We're doing pretty good. Do we want to do music break or we want to do Comics Corner?
Let's a music related program.
I love it. Let's do it. Let's do music then. Let's do music. This first one goes to Ryan, then Clay. Rye, we are doing all songs about crimes and the related to crimes. What do you got for the next song, Ryan Bradford?
I got a little classic going on. Thin Lizzy, which isn't about crime, but it's about people that might have committed crimes.
Yes.
In whatever capacity they're in jail and they're breaking out. Which this is my favorite Thin Lizzy song. Boys Are Back in Town is great, but Jailbreak is the best.
Jailbreak.
Thin Lizzy, not thin when it comes to sound, very full sound, full Lizzy. Clay, do you want to talk about yours after the break or right now?
Yeah, let's go after the break.
We're going to play 2 songs, Polyester Blend, songs about crime. First one up, Thin Lizzy. Ever heard of them? You should.
Sure.
Don't sit around. Sometimes it's fun to listen to some great old rock and roll music, and that is what we're about to do here on Polyester Blend. We'll be back after 2 songs here on Polyester Blend. Thanks for being here. Thin Lizzy. Get off of your goddamn seats and have fun.
Jailbreak somewhere in this town. See, me and the boys, we don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. High and low, looking right to left. If you see us coming, I think it's best we move away. Do you hear what I say from under my breath? Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so won't you be around? Don't you be around? Tonight there's gonna be trouble. Some of us won't survive. See the boys and me mean business, busting out dead or alive. I can hear the hound dogs on my trail. All hell breaks loose, alarm and sirens wail. Like the game, if you lose, go to jail. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so won't you be around? Tonight there's gonna be trouble. I'm gonna find myself here. Tonight there's gonna be trouble, so pick up the tray with a friend. You know it's safer. Break out! Tonight there's gonna be a breakout into the city zones. Don't you dare to try and stop us. No one could for long. Searchlight on my trail. Tonight's the night all systems fail. Hey you, good-looking female, come here. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. I'm gonna find myself here.
Keep that motor running, Jocko, I won't be long on the inside. If you shut the motor off, my luck, the battery'd die. Oh, I love robbing banks. Yes, I love robbing banks. You tell the teller things. Oh, honey, for me. Well, we left Argentina, we had Alaska in our eyes. Head out for them clear cold nights in Whitecap mountain lines now. Lord, I love being chauffeured. Hun, I love being chauffeured. I'm a backseat gopher, riding in the car with you. Keep them dogs quiet, good boy, I won't be long in the barn. If you get scared and run, you bastard, I'll break your arms now. Lord, I love poaching chickens. Hun, I love poaching chickens for frying finger licking. Some kind of good. Bottle coming, good boy, Lord, I'm getting some dry inside. If you break it or drop it, my luck, we're gonna die dry, Lord, I love drinking whiskey. Well, I love drinking whiskey, making me feel risky. Every time I do my jug now. Keep them eyes peeled, good boy, for that highway patrol. If they catch and lock us up now, they're gonna keep us till we great and old and ugly and nasty. Lord, I love being illegal. Yes, I love being illegal, making my bone wiggle. Every time I see the law. Yes, I love robbing banks. Oh, I love being chauffeured. Yes, I love poaching chickens. Lord, I love drinking whiskey. Yes, I love being illegal. Lord, I love robbing banks. You tell the teller things. The honey full of me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, buddy.
Excuse me.
Oh, I love robbing banks.
Robbing banks, robbing my my eardrums with good music.
Wait, robbing your eardrums of bad music.
Right. Sorry, you're right. They're robbing the dead air and dumb part of my life, which is not hearing good music,
By supplying it.
and give to
By
the.
the way,
No, here
that is a Husky Boy anthem. So not only is it on brand with our theme tonight, but it's also a lot of food. It talks about a lot of food in that song.
Food for the
Fried
soul.
finger licking, some kind of good.
Once I think you played a Michael Hurley song. Not too far.
That's not a Michael Hurley song. That's just featuring Michael Hurley. That's a
I'm sorry.
Jeffrey Fredericks and the Clam Tones.
When I pulled it up, it was off of Michael Hurley's YouTube channel or something. So
Yeah, that's off the album Have Moisey. It's one of the greatest folk records of all time, in my opinion, off Rounder Records. But it's a compilation of Jeffrey Frederick and the Clam Tones, Michael Hurley, and the Holy Modal Rounders. but that song,
Of
Robin
course it
Banks,
is.
it's pretty classic. That Jeffrey Fredericks character, boy, there's some great YouTubes of him playing. You should check him out.
Ryan, probably music you're very familiar with.
Very much. Always familiar with classic country.
A guy who listens.
That's not country, man. That's freak folk.
Easy, Ryan.
Yeah,
Easy.
holy moto
Easy,
rounders.
Ryan.
It's
Easy.
shit.
Easy. Ryan.
I'm always aware of some honky tonk, some classic honky tonk, whatever that was.
I've heard of Robin Williams Jr., who's a really good, famous. I've heard of Tom Hanks Williams Jr., so I know.
Robin Williams, star of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right,
Famous
which
country singer in charge of
quick-
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Quick question, like for Thin Lizzy. It's a jailbreak going on somewhere in this town. I think we can narrow it down to one of the jails, though. right?
hello. Well, Jeremy, great point.
Like, how many jails does this town have?
Maybe
Is this
there's
Dublin?
a metaphorical jail. You know, it's not an actual sanctioned jail by the state or wherever you are. Penalty. What is it? What's a penalty? No, it starts with a P.
Or it could just be breaking out of a CIA black
Penal.
site. You know,
Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
breaking out of maybe just the jail cell in your mind, psychological jail.
By the way, Phil Lynott, the lead singer of Thin Lizzy, very handsome man. True or false for the team? Don't know. Looking on Wikipedia, was he a member of the 27 Club? The late Phil, lead singer
Yes.
of Thin Lizzy,
yes.
saying yes unequivocally.
I thought
by
he was
Brad.
alive.
I know. I
thought
recently
he
looked
was-
up.
I thought he was in the Total Douchebag Hall of
No, that's
Easy.
Phil Lyman.
That's
Oh,
Phil.
Phil
Lynott.
Lynott.
I'm not completely sure. I know he died young because I was just on his Wikipedia a few days ago because I don't know why.
He died young, but not 27.
I said not 27.
He is 37, 36.
Hey!
36.
Oh, I outlived him. Not like I'm happy about it, but
Heroin related, but yeah. Very cool looking dude.
maybe after last week.
Yeah.
Very talented dude.
That's the band that I listened to on St. Patty's Day. That's the Irish band that I turned to.
Ah, there you go.
Ha, ta, 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 ta. Put on your Thin Lindsay and put on some jailbreak, oh, don't ya?
We all know you listen to that goddamn song from that Boston band that you love so much.
Boston.
You know what I'm talking about.
Dropkick Murphy!
Thank God it's not St. Patrick's Day, so I don't have to hear that song.
Boom. I don't listen to music on St. Patrick's Day. I watch Departed, audio only.
Remember when remember when I guest starred in the Dropkick Murphys? I believe that was a Photoshop. I'll bring it up.
Oh, we did it. Oh, man, there's so many fun. It's so funny. We need to do a retrospective night and pick out some top favorites of. We don't need to spend that much time on it.
We're not going to do an Irish night. There's no way. Can we do
I
that?
think we should stay away from any ethnicity nights. That's something that we would have done 20 years ago, and we're going to try to move away from.
By the way, speaking of Irish, just side note, not a tangent for sure. I've watched all Stanley Kubrick movies except for one, and I was, like I said, at the cabin all weekend, and I got the Stanley Kubrick complete box set and had some Cheetos, and I watched my final Stanley Kubrick movie. Set in Ireland. Well, part of it's set in Ireland. Anybody?
Well, wasn't he going to do AI, but then he died, and so it's like half him, half not?
No, he's not. I don't think he actually filmed a second of AI.
Eyes wide shut.
Master's not all over this.
He was involved in the development of AI. It was his project originally, but he was not involved in.
Was it Eyes Wide Shut? Or should I say Eyes Wide Shut?
Irish, but okay. Where's Chatmaster on this?
Was it Barry Lyndon?
It was Barry Lyndon.
Wait.
All 3 hours and 20 minutes of it.
Wait, what are you saying? It was his last Irish movie? Was Barry Lyndon?
It was the last Kubrick movie that I have never seen.
It was the last film Clayton had never seen, and it was set in Ireland. Those were the conditions.
Yes.
I believe
I
it was.
just want to. I want to present this to the viewership. proof that I was once guest starred in the Dropkick Murphys.
Now, is that it? I mean, we need to have a card where you're bringing up your past glory photoshops before we've ever gotten to. And by the way, tonight you shop bro, a very good one. It's a callback from last week where we were asking for Clayton tattoos. And guys, you know what? I feel remiss. We should have started the show with this. People. Breaking news. We are a mere. I should have a countdown going.
No.
1, 2.
This is
3,
huge.
4 days, people. We are 4 days away from what, you might ask? Oh, I don't know. How about how about looking at this photo of Roy Orbison? That's what it is. I think we're 4 days away from looking. Actually, we sped it up, so we don't have to worry about that. But what we're 4 days away from is, of course,
hearing you burp again. Hopefully, we're 4 days away from hearing you burp again.
Clay.
Burp out hearts into the toilet.
I was just projecting out of my mouth like Nanoid is knowledge that this Friday, Hearts Full, NSPS, home, that's H.O.M.E, at the International Bar, found on State Street, not too far from the Pie Hole, near 300 South. This Friday, July 1st, 9 p.m., get your hearts full of good music. I'll be there.
As long as we dodge all these COVID raindrops, we'll be fine.
Oh, there's COVID raindrops, by the way.
There's so many COVID raindrops.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. COVID raindrops. You made a horrendous pandemic-causing thing to sound kind of fun. Oh, watch out for the raindrop. I don't know if we talked about this on the show because we were off for so long, but I definitely think I had COVID Memorial Day weekend.
Oh.
Which lined up really nicely to get it because it was Friday. I was out Friday night, which I had off from work, of course. Then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, off of work. So it was that kind of like days. It was if I had to do it, I didn't feel. I was like, these are days I can just kiss goodbye. Now, are they precious days of my life? Yes, but do I care about that? Come on now. What am I? I can't wait to keep more.
It's like, it's like, how do you know if you've had COVID if you felt like shit for the last 7 years, basically?
Can the man get an amen? I mean, I ask you right now.
Can I get an amen?
God bless you, Ryan Bradford. If you feel like shit.
You didn't test, though, huh? You had it?
Oh, I tested. It came back negative, but I was like, it was Friday when I tested. And I'm like, I had never done that was my one and only test, and it was negative. But, I mean, I could have had something. Anyway, we're not here to talk about all the things. I just want to say it could have probably happened for me. The reason we started this thing was because of the pandemic. I think I finally got it, but who knows? It's tough to say. But you know what's not tough to say is this phrase, Ryan's Comics. It's tough to say. Oh, God, we have to swallow this pill again. Oh, boy. People, let's just say this. He does something on Sunday, and then he
reads them and brings them.
That's right, everybody. It's time for a hit edition of one of my favorites here on Polyester Blend, where he takes a look at the Sunday funnies, gives us an idea of what the best ones are, puts them in front of our face, and we dissect them a little bit at a time. It's time for, of course, Ryan's Comics Corner, brought to you by the fine people at Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Frank's Red Hot Sauce. If you ever have some delightful Frank's Red Hot Sauce, just know that something not unlike the toilet Clayton picked up the other day and its birthday today is a great repository for anything you douse in Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Ryan,
he reads them and brings them.
What do you got here tonight, my friend?
Oh, man. So special shout out to Frank's Red Hot Wing Sauce, their wing division. They've really been supporting us like throughout this entire pandemic. They've really kept the lights on at Ryan's Comics Corner HQ. Right, Frank's regular sauce also, I mean, they're still trying to get on board with what we do over here at Comics Corner.
Right.
God bless them. God bless the parent company, but the Wings division is really pulling through during these troubled times.
Absolutely. Capitalism has saved you in needing capitalism, so that's great. Capitalism
Capitalism has
serves
saved me from having a regular bowel movement.
Like I've always said, Ryan, that bowel movements can bowel movements can always kiss my ass. So I just So Ryan, I think I see something. Ryan, I think we need to crumple something up we thought was valuable and get rid of it. Maybe throw it in the trash.
Get rid of it right away.
What do we got here first?
I don't know if we've ever shown Hagar the Horrible.
Whoa! Breaking.
Wow, we're going to the Hagar third rail.
And Ryan,
Third rail. And
we don't normally get these. This is, of course, a.
This one's a two-paneler.
That's right. We just never get a two-paneler.
Hagar is a common two-paneler.
Yeah, I think so. I think that like the Beetle Bailey,
old school Ziggy
and BC. I think those are classic two-panelers.
Two-panelers.
What's a one-paneler? Like a Family Circus.
Far Side.
Far Side.
You got Marmaduke.
Marmaduke.
You got Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace.
Plenty of one-panelers.
You asked the guy to ask, though, Clay. That's for sure. Ryan, Hagar the Horrible, but is this comic horrible? Take us through it.
By Chris Brown. Uncomfortable name.
Yeesh.
I would argue that it's Chris Brown had it first.
And this is Brown A, like instead of Town or Town A, right? Because Chris Brown doesn't have the Brown E. He's just Brown.
Right. So,
you know what I mean?
You got in the first panel, you got Hagar and whoever his first in command is. They're standing over a
first in command.
I don't know who this person is.
It's the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz.
Sidekick.
Yeah, they're standing over a body that's completely encased with
Scat?
Scaffolding?
I was gonna say scaffolding. What's
you mean bandages?
Bandages? Yeah.
What were you going with
cast.
S though? Oh, cast.
In my brain, I thought scaffolding.
Lucky
That's
Eddie.
why-
Lucky Eddie is the name of the sidekick.
This is what it would have looked like if his body was covered in scaffolding, Ryan.
Yeah.
Lucky Eddie.
So
Lucky
that's
Eddie.
scaffolding
So
over a body. What you've got is cast, yes.
Well, I guess there's a little bit of scaffolding in the supports that are holding the arm and the leg.
I don't know. There's more scaffolding there, but go ahead. Yeah, go please.
So they're standing over this person that has completely destroyed their body. It's a mummified version, and you got Hagar's. Let's see.
They call that traction. He's in traction.
Traction.
Man,
He's in
traction. Great
AKA,
pull.
AKA scaffolding.
But-
And Hagar is saying, "How
Trauma
are you feeling,
scaffolding.
Lars?" And in the next panel, this is a completely visual gag. So viewers at home, if you're just listening, you might have to just imagine or turn it on. And Lars's head pokes out of the foot, and he says "restless" as the answer to "how are you feeling." So what we can deduce is he's been swimming around in this full body cast, this full body scaffolding, if you will. And his head is now where the mummified leg foot is. And so it creates a completely unnerving sight gag, as you can see from Hagar's and Lucky Eddie's reaction.
You know, for having every bone in his body broken, he's very nimble to rotate his head into his left leg.
See,
That's true.
I thought this bit was based around you have to be a Hagar the Horrible fan, and when you see this, the first panel, how are you feeling, Lars? As a fan of Hagar the Horrible, you would be like, oh, Lars he looks like this, and we can't see him in there, but we know what he looks like. So the second panel, it looks like he's popping up from underneath the bed or right next to Hagar, and it reveals that he actually isn't in that cast. He was just to the right of Hagar, and he's saying restless because he's bored looking at this guy in scaffolding. You see where I'm going with this? He's like, I'm waiting to get out of here. Who knows who's in the scaffolding? It's really
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be someone completely different.
And listen, does Chris Brownie have like God respect? I'm right there with him with the thinning hair, but like every character has to have the thin hair. I mean, is there no one with a thick?
Now, to Chris Brown's credit, he didn't create these characters. This is one of those.
It's been passed down.
One of those legacy comics. This is
Legacy
his
comics
father.
that
I'm
he
assuming.
inherited. Yes.
His dad, his uncle, or something.
Wait, how much do you know about Haggard the Horrible, and why am I just finding this out?
I also know that.
Oh my God.
The Muppets should have sued them for.
Oh yeah,
for Lucky Eddie looking like a Viking beaker.
By the way, Chris Brownie is the bulk of the series. 73 to let's look at this here. 73 to 88 is what I'm seeing for.
Whoa, look over on the right. The
no. 73 to 88 is Dick Brownie.
That's what I'm saying. But 89 to present.
Whoa, yeah.
Bulk of the series.
Did Dick Brown die young? Is that what we're looking at? Like a forced transfer of power?
And are we going with D-I?
Was it a hostile takeover?
And why are we spelling it D-I-K?
Why are we spelling it Brown with an E?
Not much C in that D. You know what I mean? Not much C in that D.
Not much like it.
You know.
Not much to see in that D.
Not much as that. That's the better version of it.
Thank you.
All right. We have someone chiming in. Clayton Scribner saying, "I believe you should go not much to see in that D," and that is correct answer on Dick Joke Island, where we go over Dick Joke Island.
Yeah, I'll send you over to Dick Joke Island.
I can't wait to see you on that East Lake. Anyway, setting and format. What are we doing here? Oh, Ryan, I'm sorry.
I'm looking up this story. Dick died.
Dick died.
Dick died early, man.
See, he took the C out when they took the coffin and put it in the ground. You know,
he was fairly old though. He was 71, so it wasn't like he died
fairly
young.
Old.
He started.
Oh wow! So he started
Hagar late. Yeah.
That's our only hope, right? It's like we started Polyester Blend late. At least give us a couple of years until Charlie takes over Polyester Blend.
So he was almost 60 years old when he started Hagar.
And
so he probably lived with the Vikings.
Hello.
He probably knew firsthand.
God bless. Jeremy, any thoughts here? I mean, pretty rough stuff here.
It's really just mind blowing because whoever applied that cast didn't do a good job. You're not supposed to be able to move around at this.
Right. Good point.
The whole essence of traction.
And by the way, traction. That's a phrase I feel it was said way. I don't hear traction. Maybe I'm just not hanging out with the crew from Jackass that much, but like no one's being like.
I don't know if people get put in traction anymore. I think they have different strategies.
Well, buddy, it looks like they.
I'm gonna look that up too.
It looks like they put his foot and arm under the guillotine and have killed it with a noose. That's what it really looks like. Ryan, I think it's a throwaway. I don't know your feelings on it, but God, get out of here.
Very much a throwaway.
Done with that one. We must go on to the next one.
Can I get a breaking news real quick? Just breaking news real fast. Quick breaking news. This is according to verywellhealth.com. Although traction was widely used for more than a century, in recent years it's been eclipsed by more state-of-the-art surgical techniques for correcting broken bones. Today, traction is used primarily as a temporary measure until surgery is performed.
Wow, Clay.
They just don't traction like they used to.
Because I feel like I knew the word traction from movies and shows, and now there's no need to say it. He's in traction. He's in traction. But Ryan, we're in traction every time we're held still to be force served anything for Ryan's Comments Corner, my favorite. In fact, we must get back to the universe we all love so much. It's time to go to the Mary's Worth verse. Ryan, we've been taking a look at Mary Worth for some time now. We're on to our third storyline in our time. Ryan, what do we got this week?
Ooh, things are heating up between Jess and Dawn. Wait, no. Dawn and
Can't even
Jared.
keep track anymore. There's so many people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jess was his love interest. The woman who was
Gee golly, a
abused.
4+ paneler.
Yeah, so this is a classic Sunday Mary Worth. And props to June Brigman, the writer of this comic, who's not recycling. In the last story, she was doing a lot of recycling of just like snipping moments from the week before and putting them in the Sunday edition. And this storyline, although it's no Wilbur, I'll give you that. All the Sunday versions are completely original, so they forward the story.
Oh, this is exciting. And we've got.
I've never heard anybody.
Whoa. Wait, who's worse?
It's Mary Worthstrip that forwards the story. That's.
Wait,
I mean, relative.
Wait, is this actually a modern quote? Warsan Shire? I'm blown away. Oh my God. Are they quoting someone who's under 40? Holy shit.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they just go to like an online quote resource and type in like some keyword themes of the script. Because like they had that Robin Hitchcock quote that is.
You don't think they're big Warren Zevon fans?
Yeah, I think then they're just like, yeah, that'll do.
What is that called?
They probably don't even fact check.
Jeremy, what was that movie? A movie's. It's like I love that. I love those books of quotes. There's a name for a book of quotes. What is it called? God damn it!
It's
what is
Curmudgeon?
a book of quotes called?
It would be amazing, by the way, if a Mary Worth started out with the "Ow, where was the London?" That was it.
Epigraph?
Send lawyers, drugs, and guns. Say send lawyers, drugs, and money.
Is it called an epigraph? Are we going with epigraph? Is that what we're calling a book of phrase, quotation, or poem? Anyway.
Lawyers, guns, and money, not drugs.
I thought it was like. I mean, I've seen them before. Like, wasn't it like a curmudgeon or something?
By the way, we have just Ryan. I'm so sorry. We have pulled to a complete
We have
halt.
derailed.
We have completely pulled to a halt.
Oh, I mean,
Comics Corner.
Ryan, I empathize. I know what it's like to have my segments derailed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But did we have any new aluminum findings in the last 3 minutes?
Yes, we did, my friend. Aluminum Talk, sponsored by
Clayton Sports
Cheetos.
Roundup, where Ryan talks all about it.
Oh, calm down. Aluminum price. Let's see what the price of aluminum is at the moment. Looks like the markets are delivering to us live. Price of aluminum. Oh, we've got 2004.
It's down, baby.
It's down 0.87%. We're
Oh my God, look at that. But
we
I was
are-
buying. Oh, look at that.
I was buying all my aluminum back in fucking March. I look like a dumbass, like a jackass for all this. Now, people, is the time to buy aluminum. Speaking of buying,
no, that's wholesale prices. That's not reflected in retail until later on, man. Don't you understand capitalism? Or are you still drinking?
We're still drinking. Big time.
Yeah.
people, we must get
I
back.
don't understand capitalism.
We,
All right, that's the end of Comics Corner.
we must get back
Gotta
to
hang on the horrible.
Go for it, right?
Okay,
All
let it
right.
rip.
So Jared, he's been hanging out with this woman Jess, I believe, and they've really connected. Jared is in a relationship with Dawn. Dawn is always looking at other men. She's going dancing and not telling him where she's going. Meanwhile, Jared he's a nurse, a registered nurse, and he has built a relationship up with this woman who was abused, and her name was Jess. And so the past week, he's really been kind of reflecting on his relationship with Dawn and how much he connected with Jess. And so that is where we are.
Aha.
And he is telling Dawn about this right now.
Okay.
So we got in the first panel, loving you was like going to war. I never came back the same.
Oof.
By Warsan Shire.
There's Warsan Shire. She's a writer, poet, editor, teacher, born in Somalia.
Seems interesting.
Very interesting.
I bet
So
you
the
she didn't wake up thinking, I'm going to make Mary Worth one day.
She's probably like
I think
cease and
that's every
desist.
poet and writer's dream. Just like being referenced on Jeopardy, being quoted on Mary Worth.
What husky-led show is watched sometimes by some people on Mondays?
And by 3 people. All right, so in the first panel, you got Don and Jared. They're talking on a park bench, and Don says, "Tell me, Jared." Next panel, is there someone else? Then you got Jared. He's saying, "Don, I love you. I always will. When you look at other guys and can't be straight with me about where you are, I want to reconsider our romance. And yes, there's someone else I'm interested in." Don says, I don't believe it. You're dumping me? And Jared says, you act like I'm not enough for you. We should take a break and really think about what we really want. And then final panel, Don says, who is she, Jared?
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
And I'm from now on, I'm doing Jared's voice in Keanu Reeves. He just looks like a dumb person. Not to say.
By the way, Keanu Reeves, big fan of you here on Polyester Blend. Love Speed. I don't know what Ryan's going off about, but I think you're a great guy.
No, I love Keanu.
Keanu,
he just has the voice, the Southern California.
No, you're right,
voice.
Ryan. Keanu Reeves is a dumb piece of shit. I'll make sure to send him something on Twitter tonight. But how's
Keanu?
What's going on?
Oh my God.
In panel 3? What's going on with the date? It tells us that Moy was the primary writer of this.
This is a Moy toy.
So yeah, we've talked about this before. When sometimes Sunday editions do not have the room to do the top 2 panels, and so they put the date on that second one. And so those first 2 panels are usually throwaway panels. Just like Keanu Reeves is a throwaway
human being.
Human being.
He's a throwaway human being. We did a throwaway throwaway Hall of Fame is what we did.
Can I put Jared in the judgment chamber here for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Let's put them both in there. Tell me, Jared, is there something else? And then the swings we go on. Dawn, I love you. You look at other dudes. Yes, there's someone else. Reconsider the romance. You act like I'm not enough, which is like the shame. Like, Jared, dude, get a hold of yourself on this one.
Dude,
I feel like he's equal parts trying to absolve himself from any responsibility or accountability for this thing.
Right.
And also shame this person.
I don't like Jared.
I just met this really cool girl, and now that I'm thinking about it, you're always looking at other guys.
And you look too much like Owen Wilson for my comfort.
He is definitely trying to absolve himself of any hard. He's trying to have his cake and eat it too. He's trying to break up with Dawn, but also not be the asshole in this thing.
Just please tell me Mary Worth is hiding behind that tree.
I like to think this is
she's meddling with her muffins, probably.
Hello!
I'm sure Comics Kingdom has something to say about that.
Let's find out. If people don't realize, on Mary Worth, we like to go to the deep dives of the horrible scum of the internet. It's called the comment board on Comics Kingdom. You can post anything about any comic in the Sunday Funnies. Ryan figured it out, and he posts the best ones here. Ryan, what do you got?
So I don't know if you guys remember, but in maybe 2 weeks ago, Jared and Jess had a shared love of Star Wars, and there's a bunch of comments about. There's always a Star Wars reference in these comments. So Jose 2 days ago said, "Dawn has been fun, but I'm going solo." Han Solo. And then Snark Attack responds.
I love Snark Attack.
So regular.
Or Hand Solo. Meaning jerking off. Because he's not gonna.
You don't say that.
Thanks for elaborating, because it was really subtle.
Snark Attack. By the way, he's got Polyester Blood numbers, 13 followers. Love Snark Attack.
Love Snark Attack.
Keep the work
Han
up,
Solo.
Snark Attack. We see you.
Solo.
By the way, 81,000. Oh my God. Ryan, did you know on Discuss that there's you tallies your, it's like kills where you tallies it tallies how many upvotes you get, Ryan. So it's like
Oh shit. Wow.
we really gotta.
Whoa, Snark Attack has made 21,000 quotes as comments.
Well, just wait till Snark Attack's next reply.
Whoa! We got a double Snark Attack.
So Bill F says, as is wont to do when you're in the commenting in the Mary Worth comic boards, you're always like trying to predict what the next comic is, or make up your own theoretical scenario. And he's like, so Bill F says, tomorrow's exciting episode. Don stands below Jared's window in the pouring rain, holding Wilbur's boombox overhead, playing the Pina Colada song in a wet T-shirt.
Oh wow, Bill F.
Bill F. And then I condensed this. There was a bunch of replies, but then at the end, Snark Attack says, Don in a wet T-shirt. People might want to buy a print, which is a feature on Comics Kingdom. If there is a particular comic that you like, you can buy a print of that comic.
Oh,
I could buy a print of Wilbur washing up on the abandoned beach,
dude,
and send it to you for Christmas.
The last,
one of my biggest regrets in life, because there is a window to buy prints.
No.
If you're not buying the one where Wilbur jumps off the
I know,
or falls off the boat.
I want you guys to know,
that would have been great.
Like in the last 24 hours, how many comments Snark Attack has made. Just scrolling through all of them. I love you, Snark Attack. We'll never quit you. Ryan, another great addition, I have to say, of one of the hit segments on Polyester Blend we all love so much. A thing where this guy puts a lot of work in. Ryan, I love it. You know how much I love it. People, he does this thing. He
reads them and brings them.
And we also want to say happy birthday to Clayton's new toilet in the house. We say happy birthday. Have your inaugural flush over at Clay's house and be a part of this new toilet's new adventure into sucking down all waste.
My tenants haven't responded whether they've pooped in the toilet yet. I don't know.
No, wait. Now here's the greatest thing. Here's the greatest thing. That you did send him a text asking, have they flushed yet? Makes me so proud of you. Makes me so proud.
I said, like, have you flushed and have you used the 2-drop button?
Oh my god! Oh yeah, because it's a water conserving flush.
It's one of those like new toilets where you can have the 1-drop of the 2.
And we are, of course, referring to Clayton's toilet emergency here today. Clay, I think, should we just go right into it, or should we do a music break, come back to Comics Corner, into You Shop Pro, do them back to back?
Oh, you mean quiz? Quiz.
Did I do what? Comics Corner. We going right now, people. Let's go back to it.
He reads them and brings them.
All right, everybody.
Horrible.
No, I think should we do a music break, or should we go right into?
Let's do a music break, and then we do quiz, photo, done.
Okay, people here.
By the way, I've resent it to you. Did you get it?
Yes, I did. People, here's what we're going to do. Here's the lineup for the rest of the night. We're going to do a music break. Beautiful music break. Clay has the first song. I got the second song, all about crime songs. We come back with the hit segment everyone loves, Utah City's Quiz. If you want to be a lifeline on it, the Zoom link is in the YouTube chat. Feel free to join. You could be a lifeline and help guessing the correct answers on tonight's Mystery City. That is a Utah city they're doing a quiz on. After that, we'll do a quick music break, come back with tonight's You Shop Bro. You Shop Bro. Tonight we brought it up.
Even shop, bro?
Do you even shop, bro? We thought about shopping so early. It was a week ago when we were discussing the hit idea of Clayton's. What if Clayton got a tattoo? Unbelievable. Wouldn't that be silly? Well, how about we design one for him? So tonight, all Clayton tattoo designs. If you have an idea, you still have time to get in.
And if you win, I have to get it.
That is correct. It is legally bound. Last week, I had 3 lawyers look at the episode of Polyester Blend. Some of them said it was
deemed a verbal commitment.
It was deemed insanity. Some others said it was revolutionary. Others said it was the new Constitution of the United States. The 5th said it was legally binding that Clayton had to get the tattoo. That You Shop Bro is deemed the winner here tonight. Clay, your final song, your final pick of crime songs here tonight. What do we got in store?
This is from the same era as the old Thin Lizzy. It's a 70s band. They're quite successful. I still think this is one of the most. And it sounds weird because they're a world famous band, but I still think this is one of the most underrated, underappreciated bands that had an amazing catalog and 20 amazing songs that I can rattle off the top of my head. Supertramp, Crime of the Century, one of their flagship records. This is the title track off that.
People, Crime of the Century, Supertramp, 2-song set.
Songs about crimes.
Songs about crime. I got one of them. After that, here's what's going to be a crime. If Clayton wins another Utah City's Quiz in a row, this guy has won the last 2. Is he on a 3-peat? Let's find out. Supertramp first, 2 songs. We'll be back after 2.
We got Munger? No.
Munger's indisposed this week. Working hard on moving. We're working on moving your heartstrings by these songs we play. Polyester Blend music set. 2 songs. Pauly Shore.
gouging Harvey's brains out with my stick gun. Half of the law and I won. Half of the law and I won. Gonna write my book and make $1,000,000. Half of the law and I won. Half of the law and I won. I'm a new bar dealer and the kickback slam. But my friends think it's fun. You can get away with murder if you got a band. I fought the law and I won. I fought the law and I won. I fought the law and I won. I am the law, so
Okay. Little jello by Afro. Okay. I'll take it. And I'll take some more. And I'll listen to some more. 'Cause I love it all. Dead Kennedys. I fought the law. And I won kind of an opposite of what we've been feeling like recently. Not just kind of, completely. Before that, Supertramp, a very intense emotional journey I think we just all went on. Always thought Supertramp, kind of a goof name. Maybe I'm
No,
wrong.
that's a kind of like a dark Pink Floydy track.
Very much so. Wall inspired.
No.
Which I'm on record as saying
Did you know who wrote "I Fought the Law"?
it was before I came to consciousness of it with the Clash, but it was
No.
before the Clash, I thought.
It was written by Buddy Holly. Well, the Crickets, the band. I didn't know that. The internet told me that.
But you do know when they originally released it, not a lot of people listened to it. In fact, it was the only song to live up to their name.
But it wasn't written by Buddy Holly. And also, it was only recorded after Buddy Holly's death.
Cricket's trying to pull a... It's like after Joy Division, they're like, New Order. Well, no one wanted that. No one wanted just the Crickets. Seems
Wait,
like
did I miss a Pink Floyd discussion?
I was just saying that Supertramp was like pulling from like Pink Floyd. Oh, are you a big Pink Floyd fan? Did we discuss this on the show?
I'm a big. I mean, I love how they use sound effects. There's like
Clay walked into this
there's
one.
a cash register sound at the beginning of Money.
Hey!
And a clock
My
sound.
God, what the fuck? You're gonna die on this hill? What?
Oh, buddy. Clayton, we got to remember it is towards the back nine of the show. And that's when
No tangents on the back nine.
when Clayton forgets sarcasm even exists, and he's like, "Oh, you really did Ryan's shop full, filling it up."
When Bradford starts housing pizza, and I no longer get irony.
And it turns out it happens that way.
Oh, baby, I got the pizza going.
We got a beautiful Zern in Clayton's house, a part of his birthday for his toilet.
Zern.
A beautiful Zern.
You know, instead of a
urn?
Oh my God. Instead of a urn, put my ashes in a Zern.
And we got nothing but Cheetos. You guys want to do pop? Oh my God. There's Fantastics. There's Flamin' Hots. There's mac and cheese. There's Simply. There's Baked. There's a variety pack. We got all the different products from the wonderful people here at Cheetos.
You just glossed over the fact that I declared that I would like my ashes put in a Zern instead of an urn.
Buddy, I will easily buy a whole bunch of mac and cheese Cheetos.
Oh my God, yeah, mix me up in that.
Mix
thing.
you up in that, put you in a Zern, and in turn, your burned corpse.
You know that scene? You know that scene in Star Trek where they shoot Spock's body off into space?
Wait, say that one.
Very
We'll
iconic.
say that.
It's
We'll say that
very
one more
Spoiler.
time. Spoil that. Say that one more time.
That scene in Star Trek when
There it is.
shoot Spock's body off into Genesis.
It is one of the most touching moments in the history
I would
of
like
movies.
you to put my ashes in a toilet and do the same thing.
So, shot off. So let's see. Let's see if I can get images.
It's like, oh, there. Oh,
But then,
yeah.
shot. Coffin.
Well, Wow,
But
Spock is looking.
People,
Wow.
we'll get to this. This is for
Yeah, this is. Oh, there he is.
This is what you want.
There's the capsule.
This is what you want here.
Yeah, except I want a toilet. Yes, exactly. There you go.
That'll be Ryan and I. No, I'll do that. Jeremy, Girk, and producer Rob, and then hopefully anybody else that will eventually show up and be a part of the show.
Although I'll make sure Frank's Red Hot Wing Sauce will be sponsoring that toilet. So that toilet will probably have the Frank's logo.
Dude, space
and their branding
burials
on
are
it.
expensive. We need that Frank's Red Hot money line. We need that juice. We need that capital.
Speaking
You know who's not going to be there? Keanu Reeves.
Oh, he's a dumb fucking idiot. People, here's the deal. You know what capital is? Capital is also a type of town or city. This is a perfect segue into a thing we do in which we do a head-to-head battle based on a different city, town, capital, municipality, whatever it is, census district area. We're going through all 318 of the Utah ones we have on a list. People, it's time to go into it. It's time for a hit segment. It's time for a thing we like to call Utah City's toilet is a toilet. We all poop it. Utah City's toilet is a toilet. Ryan and Clay run to get to first, because if one of them gets to it before the other, it's a pizza Cheeto shit mess. City's quiz is about to happen. Utah City's quiz. A wonderful game between Clayton and Scribner. We have Clayton and Scribner, Clayton and Ryan. We've got Clay.
It's kind of a game with myself.
There's one game and then there's the other
low
game.
hand solo.
Now,
Calm down.
now, Ryan, who was
You are the lead, sir.
Who was the winner of Utah County's quiz?
It was me.
It was you. So this is the only chance Clayton has to redeem himself, to make it even close. He has to do.
Only has 200.
Speaking of songs about robberies,
Yeah. That is a perfect segue. Clayton, though he complains all the time, is on a 2-repeat heater at 28-30. Ryan is in yellow. Clayton is in purple. You see in the score below you, Clayton is at 28. Ryan is at 30. Ryan had a good lead going. Clayton started to claw his way back into this beautiful match. It's a game between Ryan and Clay. They play every week. And usually Pat is working on moving to a new home. We'll see if he has a new sort of quizio, like a Schledio, but a quizio where he writes his quiz. He is a failed treasure hunter, successful quiz writer. And let's see if that new home energizes his quiz questions. Last week was an all Pat edition, and I thought so fantastic about Castle Valley. But this week, it'll be Ryan versus Clay, back to normal, written by me, your good friend, Ryan Schlegel. Lots of interesting stuff here. Full disclosure, gentlemen, I was going down to that wedding. And I was in Garfield County. Any guesses on where in Garfield County? Ryan, you lost last week. You can go first. Ryan, for .205, what do you think? Where was I this last weekend? And what the subject of our city's quiz is?
Oh, it's where the wedding was?
Yes, it was.
Boulder.
Clay?
Hold on. Escalante.
Okay. Earlier, one of you said the correct answer, and I quickly said, no, it's a little outside of there.
Oh.
And I threw them off, meaning, Ryan, you're correct. It was actually in Boulder. Clay guessed it earlier.
So it takes lies and deception for me to lose.
I think it's rigged, damn it. I think it's all rigged, is what
Crime
Clay
of the
says.
century. Let's put that Supertramp song back on.
Clay has a very valid point, in which I definitely tried to lead him off the fact that this week we are definitely looking at the city of Boulder. And gentlemen, usually when I vacation in a Utah city that we haven't done yet on the Utah Cities Quiz roster of cities to pick from, I like to do that city because I'm like, I just go grab some footage. I can easily just go get some footage. So I'll announce that. So Pat and I talked about this the week before. He and I were talking about it, and I was like, let's do Boulder. I'll be there. I'll make it a video edition of Utah Cities Quiz. Gentlemen, how many videos of myself in Boulder did I make of myself?
5.
0.
0.
You were busy looking like a supermodel at this wedding.
I was trying to keep up. I was like, yeah, this is really cool. You guys are doing a great job. I'm here. I'm cool. Yeah. I deserve to be here. Yeah. I don't have any confidence issues. No, people, it was a great, wonderful wedding. A fantastic time of friends I've had for, the bride I've known since she was 17. People I've worked with for 10 plus years. A real one of those weddings of like, oh my God, I've known these people for so long. People I haven't seen for a long time. Just a wonderful time. But we were a little bit outside of Boulder, so it wasn't easy. Went on a big hike on Saturday and Sunday. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there, go eat some pizza, and take a little bit of a snooze last night. So, in fact, 0 videos, but I did do some prep work, so I had some stuff lined up, and we're going to talk about that here today. People, the first thing we must do is that we must announce that, of course, it is 5 questions and then, of course, a bonus. The person who won last week, Clay, gets to go first in those first 5 questions, and then the bonus after that is up for both of them. But we like to do this fun thing. It's all fun on Polyester Blend, but we like to do a coin flip to help determine who gets to go first in question number 5. Clay Dog, you reserve the right to go first because you won last week. What do you want to guess out of either the wonderful tiny, well, you got the old school coin here, which is what we've done for the Utah Counties quiz. We also have, of course, the tiny penny that is a later addition to our world. It's now a large penny apparently. Clay, you have the option heads or tails for command of question number 5. What do you want, buddy? Which one?
It's time I made a change.
People, this is almost 60 quizzes in, and it's time to make a change.
New school.
Oh, tiny penny.
Heads.
Heads on tiny penny, Ryan. Meet your maker.
Achievement.
Tiny penny fails.
Tiny penny. It's the opposite of what they're about to say.
Click to reset.
Yeah, he
Click
wishes
to
to
flip.
reset.
Voiceover. Menu. Click to flip.
Click to flip. Clay, if you would have gone for your old school, always sturdy.
Don't do this.
Oh
God, dude.
Brutal.
The world is a very
brutal
place.
That means Ryan gets to go first in question number 5.
I threw off years of tradition, only to fail.
People, we are of course doing Boulder. There's a picture of Boulder. But first, before we do that, we like to. I need to bring back the oeuvre. Last week you didn't do the oeuvre. Here's a little oeuvre of Boulder.
This is a good oeuvre.
It has a great oeuvre. And first, we haven't done this for a while. Clay, you'll love this. Clay, in case you don't know how to say it.
Oh, love it. The fact that this exists.
It's all over.
How many hits? How many views on that?
Oh, geez, I just took it away. I think it's a lot. This next one has 177 views, kicking our ass. And also, I wanted to kick our ass. This is from November 30th, 2011, from the YouTube channel Flav Visual. And this is entitled He's the DJ on the Rapper Tour 2011, Boulder, Utah.
We out here in
You don't even know where you're at.
I know where we're at, but it's gonna Boulder, Utah. Hey, I'm at the table. He's the DJ on the Rapper Tour. Your boy's Matt Slurg. We got True Justice. We got Alley Cat. And the Ferret. Okay, I got it right.
Wow.
And we all doing it, man. And I'm about to destroy Cash right now. You see me on the Scrabble board.
Okay, this is the only thing I've ever wanted to be a part of in my entire life. A bunch of people having drinks, hanging out, having a great time playing Scrabble in Boulder. This is the best it gets. The best it gets.
Wait, if you go back to that Scrabble board, whoever's gonna hit that
Ryan!
that zip,
No, you gotta put a vast. You gotta put a vast on vast.
Ryan, I'm a fucking idiot. I should have taken a screen grab and played for the bonus round. We should have done best next move on the board.
Oh man, a vast.
you got to use that Z and take it down to the triple word.
Well, screw that, dude. A vast. Work your way down. You can make way more because Z's limiting you.
This is why Pat.
Wait, what?
Avast.
Let him think that, Ryan. Don't try to correct him. Don't try to correct him. He might be a goner. Bottom right.
I thought the quiz was going to be what is the next word.
What is the next move? Ooh, that would be sick.
It would have been too smart. I'm not that smart, gentlemen.
You could do zip. You could do another zip. You could do another zap. You could do another zot.
All right, we're not here all night.
You would get.
They had a
You would
party.
get at least 30 points.
They had a party. They had a good time. What I love is they gave us the follow-up video the next day. I love it so much.
Oh, man. Great day in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Feeling a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Last night, we had a great night last night.
I was also in Boulder. Got
Dude.
to remember what he said.
Every night with Scrabble is a
see
great
your
night.
boy out here on the Scrabble board right now. We just about to, we still here in Boulder, Utah. Didn't even know that existed. We out here cleaning the van, as you can see. See my guy Krew over there. You know, we got out here early. It was a little dusty, but we had to come get him in perspective. See the homie really get a chance to see a lot of this type of shit out here. Look at what we got. Mountains and shit. Nice clean air. You know what I'm saying? Take you around a little spot where we're staying. Just observe the beautiful scenery, you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing about these tours, you know, we be out here seeing a lot of shit we ain't never really got to see.
And I think you should all see Boulder, Utah. It's a wonderful place. Last oeuvre, this seems like a KTRD video. It's from this guy, Adis Dorsey. It's called Boulder Fire Department from 2011. A lot of hot videos in 2011. That's the sound effect you might remember.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's like a mix of real and fake. July 5th, 2007. Real fire, fake noises. This is the reporter out there. Doesn't seem like talks to the people here. Just a very weird early YouTube, figuring out YouTube.
Offering your assistance in road management and. Well, I had just taken a shower and I didn't really want to get the smoke on me, but.
This is the kind of hard-hitting stuff we like to find in the oeuvre for wonderful Boulder, Utah. People, that gives you a little bit of an idea of what we're dealing with here today in the wonderful community. I mean, there's so much. We have friends down there. We saw Jordan and Bobby down there, wonderful two people who've made their home down there for 5 years now. Hope to see them soon. Also saw, well, I didn't see this trip, but Hans and, God damn it, I'm forgetting her name, Nick, Michelle's friend. They have property down there. It's a very remote community, but Highway 12 has really popularized the area. It's, of course, got Hell's Backbone Restaurant. It's got Hell's Backbone, the actual site, Anasazi State Park. It's got the entrance to Boulder
Mountain Lodge.
Boulder Mountain, all these things.
The Bird Trail Grill.
All these things are right there. It's a hip place, man. It's a hip place to be. And I was there here this weekend. But people, it's time to go through the quiz. Clay, I got questions for you. Ryan, I got questions for you. All Ryan, you'll notice a very big drop in quality because I'm doing it here this week. But at the same time, they're a lot more goofy. Clay, you are the first person to be up in today's Utah Cities quiz. Are you ready, my friend?
Yeah.
This quiz, this question is for you. It's for 1 full point. Oh, I forgot to announce. We have lifelines. People, our good friend. No, wait a minute. Breaking news. I forgot to say, first time in a while. He was at the wedding with me, not doing dishes tonight. Producer Rob.
Yeah. Hello.
The dish is already done, Rob?
Dishes are done.
Dishes are done. You guys are going pretty slow.
Fuck off, dude. No, this would be like a half hour ago. We would have been primed, but you're right. Okay, fair enough. Buddy, we're going a little slow. Dishes are done. You were with me. Wonderful community down there in Boulder. We had a wonderful time. Beautiful area. You might have a slight advantage is what I'm saying, Clay. He might have a slight advantage. He has a lifeline here tonight. Girk has got both his camera and his microphone off, so I don't know if he's actually going to be
he did make it like a very misty appearance just a second ago. Leads me to believe.
Did he get booze all over his camera?
He's back.
What's going on here?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Are you okay?
I've been having issues with my mic, so I wasn't sure.
You sound good.
That's the big scoop of the night.
What's the scoop?
I'm available to be a lifeline.
I love it. You got your crazy background blur going on. I love it so much. Jeremy, you are making sure that the quiz goes correctly. We will do that right now. Here we go. People, first question goes to Clay. Clay, are you ready, my friend?
Yep.
First question for 1 full point. The question being, Boulder was not incorporated until 1958 because it's super remote, Clay. Super remote. You've been through there. You know it's very difficult to get through to even with a car. I mean, Highway 12, it's paved. You can get there, but it's an hour outside of Torrey. Torrey's 2.5, 3 hours from, or it's about 2 hours, hour and a half from I-15. It's out there. Clay, Boulder City's website, in fact, likes to tell you a little bit of greetings and likes to give you some info. One of the things they told me I was blown away with, Clay, it says on its website, Boulder claims to be the last community in the continental United States to receive.
The answer is. Just kidding. Keep going.
To receive one of the following. You have lifelines for 1 full point. It was the last community to receive mail by stagecoach. It was the last community in the continental lower 48 to receive mail by dog sled. It was C, the last community to receive mail by airplane drop, or D, last community to receive mail by mule train. Which is the way this community...
Raw dog this.
Raw dog.
Answer's D.
Answer's D. Why do you say
D is for dog.
Why do you say this?
It's this is the one thing I know about this town. The last city in America to be had their mail delivered by mule train.
You raw dogged it, you mule dogged it is what you sounds like here tonight. You gave it straight to a mule, and it took that envelope into Boulder. You got it right.
That ass knew it.
That ass got it here tonight.
That's the end of my knowledge of Boulder, unless you got some menu items at the Boulder Mountain Lodge.
Ooh, I don't. I'm thinking about that with Hell's Backbone, all sorts of things. But the next question is actually I've never done this before. You'll hear why I made it a little different because Clay is going to get this right away. But I have an option for him. He can figure out in a second. Clay's up 1-0. But Ryan, not only is the remoteness of Boulder making it the last place to have a mule mail train go, but Ryan, it's also one of the parts of the lower 48 in that the last places to be mapped, including... And Clayton's going to be at a...
Wait, go back. That picture had Bobby in it.
I know it did. I was going to bring that up later, but I'm glad you noticed that. It's the main page on the Boulder website. Ryan, not only was it very hard to get to, it was the last mapped area. In fact, according to multiple sources on the internet, Clay, it was the last... The fact that Boulder had a river of this size, just a river. Let's just go with the river. It's qualified as a river, a tributary into it. That's Bobby right there. Ryan, it was the last river that's considered a tributary to the Colorado River, just a river in general, mapped in the continental United States, Ryan. Can you believe that? Where I was, the last river. Now, it's not the Colorado, it's not the Mississippi, but it is deemed a river, okay? Ryan, you have lifelines. Which of the following is the river that goes through Boulder or next to Boulder? That is the last river to be mapped. Ryan, you have 4 options. You have lifelines. Is it A, the Escalante River, B, the Aquarius River, is it C, the Dirty Devil, or is it D, Fremont River? You have lifelines.
I'm going to go producer Rob, lifeline on this one.
Producer Rob!
The guy that was just there. Cool.
I was just there. Surprising that I don't know.
Sounds like he was too busy doing Whiskey River.
It's unfortunate that I don't know this with confidence. I'm sure that Clayton does. I think it's probably the Fremont River, but could also be the Escalante.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's do
Leaning
D.
toward
Let's
Fremont.
do Fremont. Yeah, let's do Fremont.
Now, you picked really smartly, Ryan. You picked Rob. He was just fucking down there. He was just there. Ryan, he was just there. A little bit more than 24 hours ago. He was just there.
Just there.
Ryan, he was just there.
Whiskey River, take his
Now, this is a new thing we've done. This is a new thing, Clay. I'm offering you a new thing. I thought this was a good question for Ryan. It stumped him. But, Clay, I knew this was too obvious for you. I think.
No.
Clay. Clay, you have a new option. You want to listen to it? Clay.
Yeah.
New option.
I can't make a ruling on this until
listen to it. I think this is fair. This is too obvious.
You're gonna set a honey trap.
This is too obvious for Clay. Clay, you can get the 0.5 you normally would by just naming the river, or you can get 1.25 points by naming not only the river but also the year it was mapped. So you have a choice. You can gain 1.25 or lose
Do I
it
get
all.
multiple choice on that?
Nope. You can either try to get both the name.
Not much of a choice, man.
It's up to you.
Well, no, you take the 0.5 or you go for glory. That's a fair.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, you are wise.
Yeah, it could literally be any year. That's if I don't know it, which I don't.
Then you should take the 0.5 if you don't think.
Of course, I'll take the 0.5. I'll take the 0.5 and I'll say Escalante. I mean, regardless, even if I got the 1.25, you'd still find a way to dick me, and so whatever.
What year would you have?
That's a great question.
If you had taken it.
Great question.
What year was the Escalante River mapped? 1925.
It's actually mapped in the Wesley Powell journey. 1872 was when it was mapped. 1872. So good choice.
Not going for the temptation.
Very good choice. Also, another good choice is to go and visit one of the wonderful places to go visit in Boulder, Utah. Literally in Boulder, Utah. It's a state park, Utah State Park, created in 1970. It is, of course, called Anasazi State Park. Important note about this is, in fact, the word Anasazi is a Navajo word meaning ancient enemy or enemy, and people of the Puebloan Society of Native Americans who actually are connected to what's called
Not feeling
Anasazi,
it these days.
They are calling it ancestral Puebloans. So we're probably going to have to change that name of that state park moving forward, but it's really interesting here, Clay. This site, what is called Coombs, Coombs, of the ancestral Puebloans, is right on the border of where the Fremont Native Americans would have been, and was a kind of an interesting spot where it's one of the largest sites. Around 250 people, they believe, live there, west of the Colorado. It's not common for ancestral Puebloans to be on this side of the Colorado River, so it is duly noted and a very interesting place to go to learn a lot of facts of the people who were here well before us. Clay, my question for you is this, though. What year, and this is not exact, but this is very close. You'll see the difference between the years. Clay, which year do they believe that a mega drought caused the ancestral Puebloans to leave Coombs Village, which is now Anasazi State Park? I give you four options, Clay. Which one of them do you think is right? Is it A, 100 AD, B, 500 AD, C, 900 AD, or 1300 AD? Which one of those do you think is the year in which they left this site, they believe? Clay, you have lifelines. This is for 1 full point. Major lead if you get this.
It's interesting because when it comes to ancestral Puebloan movements, like not a lot is known to the date. Like there's always a range. So I'd be very interested to know what they were.
I can tell you.
Okay. I'm going to throw this out to Gurky. His knowledge of...
Gonna tell you right now, bad idea, but go for it. That sounds great.
I mean,
huge mistake.
He's here. Might as well use
here.
him.
Huge mistake.
What do you think, Gurks?
Well, so I'm a little torn because watching John Oliver last night,
made for us, dude. Made for us.
Yeah, he's watching tonight too. I suspect.
By the way, Gurk, remember when we did a Cox Prayer bit? We did that. We did that a year ago.
Yeah, no, he saw it. He stole it. Didn't give me credit.
He went with the less creepy version, but yes, go ahead.
So they referenced that we're in the biggest drought in 1800 years. But that doesn't really line up neatly with any of these options. So, I am going to go with B.
B is in boy. John Oliver did a great job with the segment last night. Boy, I wish I had a glass of water. B is what you're saying, Gerke.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with B.
Now, Clay, this is your moment. You hear what Gerke says. Usually wrong. Do you have to go away from his answer or circle his answer and go for it?
Or you could just raw dog it.
Raw dog it!
It's a little bit earlier than I would have liked to pick. I'm going to go with 1300. I'm a raw dog.
1300 raw dog.
Deviant dog.
You heard what Gerke had to say.
Yeah, Gerke's turned off his video immediately.
Seared dog.
People.
Filleted dog.
People, the end in which they believe that a lot of the ancestral Puebloans ran into a mega drought. Whatever happened, it's still very unclear where they moved or what turned out to be what happened. But a lot of them feel that it lines up with the date that believe this Coombs village in Boulder was left. It seemed to be a fire of some sort that made them leave. And that, in fact, turned out to be around the year 1300. He's on his way to a full sweep, people. He's on his way to a full sweep. He's got 2.5. This is going to be a major back-to-back for Ryan Bradford. He's going to have to work hard on this one and the next one, but he got saved because Clay fucked up the coin flip. Ryan, this next one for you. This next one for you.
There's always a thing.
There's always a thing. Clay, Ryan, this next one's for you. This next one's for you. I am, of course, going to be talking about this just magical spot, Clay. Or sorry, Ryan. Ryan, do you know what this is? Are you familiar with this at all?
No, never seen it.
This is a absolute gem of Utah. It is a site down the 12 highway from Boulder, so it's not in Boulder proper, but it is. You get to Boulder, you go here, you have to go here. It was a site for
Must hike.
It's a must hike. It is, of course, down Highway 12 when it was a dirt road. It was very hard to get to. Now it's got a parking lot, camping sites, all this stuff. It's actually very popular. Even this weekend, there was a lot of people there. It also has its connected upper falls. And we were there this weekend. I did a hike in which I was like, holy shit.
Did you go to Upper?
I went to Upper. Very strenuous. I needed to do it. Loved I did it. Rob did it with me. Fantastic. But this, in fact, Ryan, is lower.
Oh, you Rob dogged it.
I don't know if I love or hate that. So
I'll tell you what Rob thinks based on his facial expressions.
So Ryan, I am of course showing you a photo of one of the most beautiful spots in the world. It is Lower Calf Creek Falls. There's also Upper Calf Creek Falls, which I saw for the first time. For years I should have done that. I've seen Calf Creek Falls twice, saw Upper for the first time. Ryan, my question for you doesn't have to do with any knowledge other than a Google review, a 1-star Google review for one of the most beautiful places in the world, Ryan. I'm going to give you the following Google review, and I need you to guess on the actual thing that was said. Are you ready, Ryan?
Yes.
The Google review, 1-star, says overrated, rattlesnakes, wild buffalo, blank, period.
Oh.
Advised to go somewhere else.
Oh.
Ryan, after overrated rattlesnakes, wild buffalo, blank, advised go somewhere else. Ryan, I give you 4 options. What is the real option for what this 1-star review of Lower Calf Creek Falls says? Here are your options. You have lifelines, Ryan. Was it A, overrated rattlesnakes, trash cans full and with an odor most gluttonous? Was it B, water swimming with giardia? Was it C, full of people with girls almost naked?
Oh.
D, hawks that drop down and attack? What is the right phrase they put in this 1-star review?
Wow.
You have lifelines.
All of these are good.
Wild buffalo.
Clegg?
No, just thinking about even the setup. It's insanity. Okay. I'll offer no more clues.
You have lifelines, Ryan. For 1 full point, you need it. You're at 0.
I'm gonna go A.
And what is
I'm
A?
gonna raw dog this. I'm gonna go A.
Most gluttonous.
And with an odor most gluttonous. Because I feel like my reasoning is I feel like that doesn't make sense. And I feel like that is
something that would be on an internet review of something.
Yeah, that phrasing definitely caught my eye too. Most gluttonous, like it smells. Well, anyway.
Odor. Is that odor that Jeremy's smelling? Most
Is it
gluttonous?
Is it really raw dogging if a Lifeline offers this commentary?
Jeremy,
He's already given.
I said it before.
Jeremy,
It's soft dogging. It's soft dogging.
Jeremy,
It's soft
Jeremy,
dogging.
listen to
Nothing
him.
soft about me.
Listen to him.
Nothing soft.
Judge's ruling. We need a
Ooh,
judge.
We
have
need
a
a
bonus
ruling
of
judge.
gluttonous.
I feel like he's being a little thorny. I feel like he needs some points off, but I'll let it go.
Coming in hard, so gluttonous.
Ryan, your choice has an odor that is most.
Oh man, that means that Schlegel invented that, that's pretty impressive.
Have you not been a part of what we've been doing for years now? It's all very impressive. My good friend, Clayton.
It's so gluttonous.
That
With a
comment
confidence
was
so
most.
gluttonous.
Clay for 0.5 to get maybe what might be the highest points ever on a city's quiz. You are in the running. This is your Jordan moment. You've got 3 options. You've got lifelines. You've got lifelines.
Gurky, come on in. I promise not to forsake you this time.
So my read on this is this is somebody trying to convince people not to go to Lower Calf Creek Falls because there are no wild buffalo down there. And
Right.
so I can kind of rule out C because that would probably make people want to go to there.
Oh.
Yeah, but okay.
And so I'm kind of thinking hawks that drop down and attack strikes me as a
It is pretty
wildlife
good.
feature that is consistent with the rattlesnakes and the wild buffalo, neither of which actually.
Oh, the wildlife mentions. Okay. All right. I'm not raw dogging this. I'm doing this with my friend Gurky.
Your
I'm
friend
doing D.
Gurky was a man who is, let's be honest. Guy's smart, amazing in so many ways. When it comes to this quiz,
almost always wrong.
Oh no.
pretty dullard, pretty thick-brained. Like
This is him coming in and I'm pitching a perfect game. And
now,
he Bucknered me, man.
I stole one of the phrases from another one-star review. So I stole one. I'm going to tell you right now what I stole. What I stole from another one-star review was full of people with girls almost naked.
Oh, amazing.
That was stolen from another one-star review.
Trying to throw us off the scent, Gurky. That means we're 50-50 now.
That reserves water swimming with Giardia and hawks that drop down. Now, I will say this guy.
Wait, where's the naked girls?
I got photos. We're going to review that next for your next question. But
that drop down and attack.
We must respect, because I was waiting. I thought the judge might pick up on this. I was waiting for someone to notice that there's only one that keeps the series of animals that are brought up in it. And that is why, in fact, the actual right answer is hawks that drop down and attack.
Yes.
He's got his Jordan game going. He is now currently at an unbelievable 4 points to 0. 4 points to 0. But here's the beauty of the quiz.
Oh no!
I didn't choose the coin. I didn't choose the coin flip. I did not choose the coin.
This ain't worth 4 points.
I didn't choose the coin flip. But guess what? This is not. I already had this predetermined. And the last question will be worth a lot.
Even Bradford wouldn't accept.
Bradford,
Fuck me
you
out of
got
this.
this. You got
There's
this.
no way. There's no way.
Bradford, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was already going to do 1 full point for each question. 1 full point for each question. Ryan, I'm not joking. I had this. Ryan, you're going to watch the next 2 videos, and you're going to have to guess based on what you're hearing. Listen closely. Here's the first video of what is a big thing down in Boulder. It's riding your bike. Check this video out.
That's quite a hill.
Ryan, of course, that video is entitled Cycling Boulder, Utah Hill Climb 2013. Ryan, do you know can you even guess what band you're hearing right now? Can you guess even what band you're hearing right now?
This got to be like Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
That's exactly what I would have said.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's, of course, the hit Netherlands band, so Danish band, Epica.
Kirky's acting like he knows this band.
Kirk, you know Epica? Is it Epica? This is a...
They covered a lot of Metallica tunes.
Oh, how do you pronounce their
Epica.
name? Is it Epica?
I think that's right.
So it's Epica. Ryan, the song you heard is off their hit album, The Divine Conspiracy. You can see it right there.
The naked girls from the...
She's at Lower Calf Creek Falls.
Yeah.
Ryan, I will give you 4 song titles off of The Divine Conspiracy. You have another option, so this is for 1 full point. You have lifelines. That song...
Was this produced by Phil Lyman?
The song you just heard... Good question, Kurt. What is that song? I give you 4 options. These are all off their hit album, The Divine Conspiracy. Ryan, is it A, Obsessive Devotion? Is it B, Fools of Damnation? Is it C, Menace of Vanity? Or is it D, Chasing the Dragon? This won't be your only one. This is just for 1 full point. First time to get a point here. What do you think that was, Ryan? I'll play you just a couple seconds of it one more time. Symphonic metal. Now, what do you think that is? Do you think that's Obsessive Devotion? Do you think that's Fools?
I think it's...
Raw dogging it?
Yeah, I'm raw dogging it. I'm saying Menace of Vanity.
Why do you say that?
No idea. Because those are the 3 most serious words. Yeah.
Oh, we got a 1-pointer to Clayton's Forest. First point of the match, but Ryan,
take that no sweep.
Take that no sweep. It's a no sweep. It's a no sweep. But Ryan, I need you to focus on this next one, okay? I need you to focus.
I need to get your phone and make sure you were not notified of minutes of vanity.
Ryan, pay attention to this video. It's the Bird Trail out of Boulder, Utah. There'll be a question about the music.
Is this Tom Petty?
There he is. There's my guy. This is, of course, This is the YouTube channel, Screw It, Go Ride, Bird Trail, Utah 2020. That music you just heard, my friend, was, of course, from the hit band that everyone loves, known, of course, as... Where did it go? God damn it, you piece of shit. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to smash. It's from the hit band... I forgot.
The Deepest End.
Government Mule.
Okay,
Government Mule. We got a Government Mule sighting. This is from the live album Government Mule, The Deepest End.
Fairly famous jam band.
Very famous. Yeah, absolutely. This is from their album The Deepest End live. Ryan, we're going to do the same thing for 1 more full point.
Thoughts on the kerning and the font on the album?
A lot of bad stuff. This is a bad shop, right? I mean, it's too busy. I mean, this is a Ryan Schlegel shop.
I mean, it looks like consistent letter spacing, but it's,
it's very busy. Very busy.
I think, the background over the letters and then also having a busy background makes it a little tricky.
You know what's
I'm still a little unclear on why Bradford gets to keep answering.
It's just two. This is already pre-designed. This was pre-designed.
Sure.
I have this written down. This is the last one for question number 5. Ryan, I have, of course, that you heard seconds of Government Mule off their hit album, The Deepest End. And by the way, this is just 4 songs off of that album. Ryan, what do you think was the song playing when he was driving down the Burr Trail? The Burr Trail. Was it A, Banks of the Deep End? B, Bad Little Doggy? Was it C, Greasy Granny's Gopher Gravy Parts 1, 2, and 2? These are all, and not only are they all songs off that album, side 2. I'm just doing side 2. Was it D, Maybe I'm a Leo?
I like this band.
It's Government Mule. Yes, right.
Government Mule.
Better song titles than album
appropriate
covers.
For, yeah. Let's do A. Banks of the Deep End.
No lifeline.
No lifeline.
Just
No
raw
mule.
dog.
Raw
No mule train.
Ryan. C, I wrote for you because it's a real song. You know who has a songwriting credit on that song? Just one artist. Just guess one artist.
Nick Cave.
Les Claypool.
Oh my God.
Greasy Granny's Gopher Gravy. Of course.
Of course. Yeah.
I was hoping your Claypool love would draw you there, but in fact, your knowledge of just Utah cities leads you to. It is in fact a back-to-back 1-1. It is tied. Well, it's not tied.
I don't believe this.
It is 2-4.
Speaking of, I'm calling up Phil Lyman right now. This is a conspiracy.
It is,
and he can snuff out this bullshit.
Highly unusual.
Siri, call
because
Phil
this
Lyman
is already a question that it's an extra question, an extra point.
We get loose with it, but guess what, people? Guess what? The final question.
Thank you, Judge, for having my goddamn back.
The last question is always worth 1.5. So if you do the math, you might see that this might be a runaway. But for the sake of what we
still just highly unusual, you know.
I do this all the time.
He's picking up some highly unusual.
I do all this time.
The Supreme Court, we can't just make up laws willy-nilly.
Listen, Jeremy. I have to respect my representative because
I just kind of want to make it 2, just to make it interesting.
Okay, I'll do 2. You want 2?
I'll deer hunter this thing, man. Let's go.
All right, it'll be 2.5 because that means a winner. By the way, Jeremy.
Oh wait. Oh no, I won't do 2.5.
Oh, you only want to tie? You only want to tie?
So sure,
If I'm going to sabotage, it's going to be self-sabotage.
All right,
I wouldn't do 2.5.
If you do 1.5, that'll be a tie, and I have a backup answer. I have a backup question. If you
I'll go for the tie. Let's go for
All
the
right, 1.5. This is like Clay
You
is.
did this.
Clay's letting it in. Clay's letting it in, and I'm going to let it go. Jeremy, you heard it, right?
Yep, I heard.
All right, here we go. Last question. Gentlemen, this is about population. Boulder, of course, is being more and more populated because of the existence of I-12. I'm going to show you the following question. Everyone can write it down. Play along at home. You have to write this down.
2020 census.
You're getting in the right direction. Let's see if Clay's got something there. He let Ryan have the opportunity to tie it right here, even though he had a runaway. Let's see if it bites him the old ass. All right, here we go. Here we go, people. The final question is, Price is Right. Don't go over. Price is Right. Don't go over. Population of Boulder was 180 people in the millennium year 2000. It went up 26% in 2010. Gentlemen, write down, what is the population of Boulder in 2020? 2000, 180. Went up 26%.
All right, Price is Right or closest?
Price is Right. Price is Right. An opportunity for Ryan to tie. We have a tiebreaker. Clay.
All right.
Clay, you came in ahead. Clay, what do you got?
270.
270. 270.
Being a little aggressive there, actually.
Ryan, what do you got?
I did 789.
Ooh.
789. Anybody else playing along at home?
Got a 314 from the Gurks.
314 from Gurks.
It's pie, because I was going for pie.
Jeremy, you got a guess?
I got 289, I think. Yep.
Well, you're boxing me in there for the actual win, but okay.
I'm guessing 220.
Oh.
Oh, he's going for the decline.
It's Price is Right.
It is Price is Right.
True.
Price is Right.
One
person.
The correct answer is a negative population of 240. No. So, here's what's important. The actual quiz between two people. Someone said, "Oh, you can't. Do you need help up here? You want help up to the top? Let me grab your hand. I'll pull you up. I give you a lifeline." Get the fuck out of here, Clayton Scribner. You knew to toy with your food, to play with your food, to give them. Oh yeah, he can tie me.
These people want to cheat me. I'll let them.
Guess
cheat
what?
me.
Final score 5.5.
No one cheats me but myself. Don't you understand this?
Actually, yeah.
What was the answer? Three something?
Actually, it was the actual. Hold on. Let me announce who actually got it the most correct.
Jeremy Matthews.
Robert Gerke.
Oh.
You know your populations. 400 people currently live.
Wow.
In Boulder.
So it doubled in 20 years.
Highway 12. By the way, the back Clay and Ryan, what would you have said? When was the year Highway 12 was paved from Torrey to Boulder? What year would you have said that was the tiebreaker? What year? Closest to the pin. What year was it paved?
68.
68 from Clay. Ryan, closest to the pin.
75.
Ryan would have got it. 1985. Heroes.
Wow.
People, we're gonna do one song break and then we're gonna do a hyper fast You Shop Bro. Very, very fast. Ryan, can you stick around? You gotta go. You okay, bud?
Yeah.
We'll do it real fast. We'll do it real fast.
It's the summer of Ryan Bradford.
It's the summer of Ryan Bradford.
Why you gotta?
I know.
We gotta
Do
go
I have a question?
fast.
Do I have a question? We're just gonna do. We'll just do one song because you're gonna.
Do you have an agreement with your landlord that this has to shut down before midnight? Is that the deal?
No, I don't.
I have an agreement with my landlord that I can't shit in the toilet after 10.
Yeah, but you can still poop in the kitty litter box behind you.
If you need help with your toilet,
Right
talk to our
there,
good,
it's right back there.
talk to our good friend Clayton Scrivener. There is his baby boy.
I'll tell you, I'm a pooping expert.
He's a
I know you.
baby
What?
boy.
This-
He had a total Clayton toilet emergency. He gave birth to this beautiful toilet. I'm going to play one song. I don't play them a lot these days, but I saw this pop up. I'm like, this is a great song from a band I used to listen to all the time. They're on the shelf. I think we talk about it in Polyester Blend.
Yeah,
we
put
put
that
them
on
on
the
the
shelf.
shelf. But you know what? I'll take them off the shelf for this one. New pornographers, you guys. When's the last time you listened to a pornographers? This one, the laws have changed. I mean, come on.
That Twin Cinema record really stands the test of time.
And this one's off Electric version. I mean, again, I listened to these records a lot in the 2000s. Clay, the song title, Laws Have Changed. Hello. We'll be right back. One song set, 3 minutes and 27 seconds. We'll be back with You Shop Bro. New Clayton tattoo. He has to get it, whatever we decide. 2 song set. Probably that's about 2 song set. We'll be right back. Or, sorry, 1 song set. 1 song set.
Introducing for the first time, they're on the microphone, sing off air. What'll be revealed today when we peer to the great unknown, from the line to the throne?
the shelf. Broadcast live, KTRD. That's where New Pornographers went tonight. I had not listened to that in some time. Laws have changed. Well, I've changed. I used to listen to that music all the time. I haven't, but I like listening to it that time. Clay, what are your thoughts? Good stuff.
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.
Wasn't that
Great to hear.
fun? I love that.
Also, great to win the quiz and watch Ryan Bradford eat a shame pizza.
You are within one, Clay. You're within one. It is 29-30. So the lead Ryan built.
Yeah, I do a lot of things out of shame.
Glenn.
Eating pizza is not one of them.
Not guessing the softball premise clue. That should give you a little shame.
People, it's time for a hit segment. We all
We
owe
got
some.
some breaking news.
Oh, wait. Breaking news.
Rob, do you want to comment on this link you just posted, or?
Oh, I just fact checked.
Yeah, it looks like
Schlegel.
His population is
Uh,
259, which I believe would have just made Clayton win by more, so it doesn't really matter. But
Rob,
Clayton's estimate was in the was 280s, wasn't it?
270.
well, remember, people,
270.
we're going off of this list, which is going off of the Utah Demographics website, which is not.
I like how we're like,
Which
the
is
toilet,
the Utah
the
City's
toilet
population, which is going
graphics
off
are
the
still there.
2020 American Community Survey, which of course not the census, but at the same time, just to show you, Rob, I don't mind changing where I get my information from, but there it does say Boulder at 400.
okay, so yeah.
So
the source that Clayton cited did
2020
have
census.
400.
Wow.
Interesting.
What if
I don't know what that. See, I thought this list was trustworthy. This is what I've been going off of, but
I know
It's
what
the
you've been going
2020 census, you know.
But it didn't like go up and then down. It's just like
Rob,
a steady
what do you
progression.
know about the Utah
So,
community?
clearly-
Meanwhile, Bradford is just wailing on the.
I was just going off the U.S. Census.
What the hell is the
So whatever you got is probably better.
This is cool.
Just the
I'm sure
census.
it's great.
Just a bunch of white dudes arguing about census numbers.
Well, I'm trying to understand what the difference is between. So off the census website is American Community Service.
All right, we've got
Survey.
a tattoo to decide on, so
No.
I'm just
we
saying.
can, we can work this out.
I'm going to do a
after-
tattoo of the population of Boulder, regardless of the outcome of the.
People, it's time to go to hit segment. We go head to head in a battle of you shop bro skills, shop Photoshop skills. Start for it. God, so low. People, it's you shop bro, a hit segment that our friend Jeremy, who knows a thing or two about a thing or two about a thing or two about you Photoshop, likes to weigh in on his knowledge and judge a three-way battle of skills of taking a loose idea, and it doesn't have to move. We just try to create a weird, beautiful image that is kind of like our thought, right, Clay? It's like we thought of it, and here it is. I mean, it's kind of a beautiful thing if you think about it, Clay. It's as close as we can to our own cinematic universe, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you?
Did you get any additive shops, or is it just the thread?
It's just the three. It's just the three here. Just the
So
three.
so people had the opportunity to give me a permanent tattoo.
I know, right?
And we can only muster 3 shops.
I know, buddy. It's a tough one. It's a tough.
Oh.
It's a tough Paulo to swill. Paulo? It's a tough
Paulo
pill
to swill.
It's
Yeah.
tough Paulo to swill.
Hate swilling that Paulo.
We are going to swill through these 3 bad boys. Clay, let's see who won last time. Ryan, you won with your Gurky.
I am
hairdo.
on a long drought of shop wins.
Ryan, you of course. I mean, let's not forget this is Gurky's hairdo provided by Clay. I mean, that.
I actually thought I was robbed on that one. Speaking of crime,
I know Ryan had his weird falling in reverse shop for Gurky last week, but
the people spoke.
the
They
people
wanted
did
that
speak.
one.
By that I mean Jeremy spoke. Ryan, you won last week. Do you want to go first? Do you want to go second?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Do you want to set it up? This is designed for a Clayton permanent tattoo.
It's a subtle tattoo, but not a subtle tattoo.
Right, you have my interest.
I think you can just show it.
So the art speaks for itself.
Ryan Bradford says subtle art for his tattoo design for Clayton Scribner. Here we okay. What?
Whoa,
Okay.
oh my God.
So-
what is happening here?
So it is
Tattooed
a
purple
tattoo
shirt.
of the purple polo
Oh,
on his skin. Could not find a shirtless pic of Clay Dog, so had to use this one. And this is a photo that was taken right after he got it taken. He got it done. So he is covered in blood.
the blood from the purple polo, because everyone knows here that one of his favorite shirts to wear is his purple polo
So
shirt.
I'm getting the purple
polo shirt. But why does it give him sideburns, Ryan? I don't
What
understand.
is like
No, that
splashing
is
around.
the
collar's popped.
Collar, like the
Upturned
collar is
collar,
popped, like
so he
right up
just-
his neck and into his face.
Why do I have a tank top to hide the rest of the tattoo?
Because he's
Well,
you're
that's just
bleeding
because,
so
like,
much.
yeah,
You're
because
in
you just got
traction.
it. You
just
just
wearing
got
the
it. You
covering.
don't want to like show all the blood, but obviously the blood has seeped through a lot of it.
Wow.
What,
This is
what
a-
is the brown color?
Great
I know
question.
it's color.
The brown color. I mean, I don't know if you ever like it's a wound. It's like red and brown. And
Oh,
black,
like a
kinda.
scab or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he went out to party, and like underneath his arms, like underneath the purple, like just like spraying of droplets are shooting off from his arms around his
Good job
elbow.
finding this photograph. That's
I know
deep
that.
within the
That's what I'm most impressed
deep
with.
within the recesses of my social
I was like,
media.
this is like Clayton like 15 years ago.
No, this was 2018.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah,
disturbing.
it's a purple polo tattooed on your naked skin.
I'm
So
saying
you
he
never
knows you.
have to get a new one.
I mean, I feel like Clay, this is what you would pick before the other ones. This would be your choice.
That's a very ambitious tattoo idea. Like, please, for the love of God, don't make me do a popped collar tattoo on my body.
I think it's good. And by the way, he even got the sleeves at the end of the polo with the black line. I think that's a beautiful detail.
Yeah, it's a very
Well, that was
talented
the
artist.
tattoo artist. You know.
Oh,
Clayton.
fair enough. That
Well, the blood splatter is like a possible yellow card, though.
Whoa. Sorry.
Photoshop club card, maybe.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Just from a
Like,
forensic
I thought-
standpoint.
I thought it was like red like pubes or something. Like it didn't read as blood to me.
Which,
Until-
honestly, if they're red pubes, I mean, I might get that tat.
Yeah, red.
I mean,
purple polo and red pubes.
I mean, have you ever had like a big tattoo? I mean, this is like an entire chest piece, chest, back, arms piece. So there's gonna be a lot of blood, especially if you do it
It's
in
not
one
that there
sitting, which
wouldn't be
you
blood,
you
it's
have
just-
to if you get this.
I just didn't read it. I didn't get. Oh, it's blood. Like once you explained it, I liked the joke, but it was a bit like it didn't feel like there was any soak element. Like, oh, this shirt is sopping it up, and some of it's just kind
Wow.
of floating in midair. You know.
Ah,
But it was a solid effort. Don't get me wrong. I'm just giving you some constructive criticism next time.
Oh, yeah,
Next
yeah.
time you're photoshopping tattoo.
oh, it's constructive, all right. People.
yeah. So up above the neck where it's kind of brown and black, like that's where he's bleeding the most, and that's where it's gonna be the most discolored.
Because of the color work.
Right. Well, people, I mean, it's disturbing stuff. It's disturbing stuff. Ryan, what do you want next? Who do you want, Clay or me?
I want to see Schlegel.
All right, fair enough. I mean, God bless. I mean, so, people, we all know that our guy likes being out in nature, being free. And he has a gripe that he feels so strongly that he, of course, would point this out and be like, this is gross. You know, this is not
I hate this already.
wow, I'm just saying, there's
Oh,
that.
oh
you
boy,
know.
there it is.
You know,
Oh, boy.
there's that.
Did the exact same one.
I did the same one right there, so of course I did that.
What if that ever happened?
So hold on. There's this thing I have to do here, and then it does this. There we go. So that's Ryan's. Of course, that's Ryan's. So I would say this. I would say that I just felt that Clay has got a message that he's been doing for some time now that I've had to deal with, and I just have been like, that's fine. That's fine. I'll deal with it. And I think that he feels so strongly he wants to promote it on his body. That's why I think Clay would be out there.
Oh my! God.
Oh no!
Dude.
And I think that he would get a tattoo.
Oh, first of all, I hate the body that you used.
I think that he would get Utah City's quizzes.
I hate the body that you used.
What font is that?
It's tribal tattoo font. It's tribal tattoo. I typed in dad bod on beach. And
That's not a dad bod, man.
Notice the fedora. Notice. Clay, I had a lot of liberties to work with. Notice how big your head is.
Oh, he's already got another tattoo on his arm, too.
Yeah,
I think a scorpion.
That's a flub card. It's
a tribal.
That's actually immediate disqualification.
It's a tribal scorpion, just like the tribal font on his belly. So I think Clay would only accept a Utah City's quiz.
That is an amazing snail trail hair pattern that guy's got, but not really. Not really digging. I'm not really digging the breasts.
I mean, what? There's actual Clay, which is the one that Ryan just had, which was beautiful. So there's actual Clay body, but then there's, just a projection of what might happen. Oh boy! I just think it's a good one. Ryan and I have gone Clay. I knew when we were playing as the Dark Arts. Clay, do you have?
This is the full Dark Arts.
Would you? What do you feel here? Would you want to say anything?
Well, this
about
content
it?
is current. This is inspired by our discussion earlier in this program.
Fair enough. So, because full disclosure, you were
put your panties on this Photoshop, my friend.
Oh boy, you were making this during the show. That's how skilled this guy is. He can thorn and make a shop.
And install a new toilet to save my
sex bomb. So, of course, a Tom Jones sex bomb.
That's an actual picture of my chest.
That's what I was going to say.
This is a reference, of course.
After the electrolysis, yes.
This is, of course, a reference earlier to the panty quilt that we saw earlier. And he has his own personal panty quilt. That is, of course, Clayton Scribner right there.
Oh my God. Is that how the song is spelled?
I have no idea. All I know is that Ryan and I have.
Do those nipples make you uncomfortable?
But you went purple. By the way, there's Clayton's idea of what his body looks like. There's my idea of what it looks like. And then there's Ryan Bradford's, which is just actual Clay, which is like a nice in-between of all these things. A handsome man. I think it's a handsome man there. Judge, you have your work installed for you. Installed. You have your a lot of work in front of you.
Just installed some work.
You have a lot of body issues to unpack on this one.
What do you think?
Your work here is installed.
The song Sex Bomb is spelled with a B.
Oh. By the way, I forgot to announce earlier. Clayton said it, and Jeremy didn't even have to say a word. I agree with them. We're giving out 2 flub cards, one to Ryan for his problems, and then one to Clay for the sex boom.
What were my problems?
You just got another one. I'm so sorry.
Requesting.
Ryan, say one more thing.
Weird that the person that's actually in the contest is passing out cards, but
all right, that's a red card. I mean, Jeremy agrees with me completely. There's a red card from Jeremy? Right? No. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not that one.
So where did you get this sex bomb art? You can kind of see some of the.
I actually Googled. I was desperate. I installed a toilet today, so I Googled Tom Jones tattoo.
Nice.
And then I Googled chest, and I slapped them both together.
You said, that looks just like my chest.
Photo of my personal body. Chest.
So if you have to get this tattoo, you get it spelled without the B.
Whoa!
I mean, I don't want to put my finger on the scale.
I think this fits more of what you would be into as a tattoo. I think Utah City Squares is. I think that you'd feel better.
I have enough belly hair that might be covered, so I might be incentivized to get that tattoo.
I feel like Bradford
has problems with his brain. Agreed.
No, he made it so like I'd feel bad about making Clayton get the purple shirt tattoo.
Yeah, he
Just
might bleed
because
out.
I'm looking at how much Clayton would be bleeding afterward.
And also never
mean,
get
it
a
would only-
job again.
He also
would
loves that
bleed
purple
for
shirt.
like a few days, but like after that, you would love that tattoo. Like you wouldn't have it for the rest of your life.
I agree.
You say you'd never get a job again, but you wouldn't even have to get dressed for your job interview. Well, you'd have to throw on pants, I guess.
Clayton, your LinkedIn looks great, but tell us about the permanent popped collar purple polo tattoo you got.
They would just
Creeping
look
above
like
your
a
dress
shirt
shirt there.
If it was a once the blood died down is what Bradford's arguing. But he showed the one with the blood, so it kind of makes it a hard sell, I think.
I think Ryan knows what Clayton's about. It's about the purple shirt. It's about one of the most handsome fitting shirts I've seen.
It's an excellent concept. I'm just looking at it thinking, oh, we shouldn't inflict that on poor Clayton.
That's
people are upset by the blood. I get it.
That's
Whereas
people are upset.
Whereas with Schlegel's, I do feel like Clayton would actually, like, he'd look at that
Easy
tattoo
now.
and say, "That's true. I'm glad I have this."
Easy now.
I would just say I feel pretty good about what I did. I feel like the tattoo that I just feel like I did a good job. That's why I made this, and that's why I feel pretty. Oh shit! I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. That's the Noid. I'm sorry. The right one I did was this one, of course.
Oh my god, this makes me uncomfortable.
I feel like Bradford put the most effort into his shop, but the effort was creating a horror that makes
Bradford put the
tattoo
most
less
effort into his shop. Did he go to defont.com and type in tattoo font and get tribal tattoo font? Ryan, did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, fuck off.
Robin Gerke, any
Robin
thoughts
Gerke?
for me before I
wow,
make
that
my
is a good
final
point.
decision?
It took me a minute. It took me just a minute to figure out what exactly Ryan had actually done with his shop. And I guess maybe the Trilby wasn't right. Or
That's
maybe,
right.
Or maybe
Oh,
it was...
Gerke, I'm sorry. It's not a photograph. Do you realize that, Gerke? Mine's a Photoshop.
So it's the hair, you put the hair mohawk, the chest mohawk?
Yeah, I put I just did the chest mohawk on the I took the regular photo of Clay, and then
Yeah.
I just put the chest mohawk on it.
Well, I don't know I don't know that you did all that much work on
Well,
it.
fair enough. You're right. It's more of a photograph than it is a shop. Wait, by the way, Gerke, he didn't laugh at our little bit. He laughed at his own Photoshop once. He saw it.
I'm just laughing at them all three together. They're all fucked up in a certain way, all of them.
So yeah.
I don't think there's much. Wait
Wait a minute, Judge.
In a certain way,
Judge,
they're almost
can
better
you?
as a triptych.
That's what I was gonna say, Judge. Can this be the tattoo? All three together?
on Clayton's back, it's actually these actual images tattooed across his back.
That's it. That's it.
With a little bit of the quilts thing in the back, or the Noid. Yeah, there we go.
So he's getting nipples tattooed on his back. That's pretty awesome. 4 of them, it turns out.
This is Clay's tattoo right here.
Okay.
Is that good, Clay?
Yes.
But Jeremy, who actually won?
Oh man, you didn't make it easy on me.
Not because they're so bad.
No, it's because they're so bad. Usually it's like, these are good ones. He's like, these are all bad ones.
I don't know. Mine's pretty good.
Mine's really good.
Ryan's
Also, I want to throw that in. Mine's really
You know
good.
what, Ryan? Can we agree on something? Clayton's is really bad.
Oh boy.
Judge?
Clayton's is pretty good for having been made during the show and just
What the fuck are you
referencing
talking
a
about?
throwaway.
During the show, I made this. No, I didn't make that. I made this, which was a downloaded
You
photo.
saved a toilet?
Yes. Yes.
Saved an image of a toilet.
Yes, I did. I did. So
Very good.
That should have been
the shop.
How about just a toilet?
I mean, this is not a.
Should we just like call it all even? I'll just get a toilet tattoo.
Oh my god,
Yes.
toilet. Yeah. That's so no winner this week.
I'll get the Saint Tropez black toilet.
The
floating.
toilet is the tattoo in honor of its birthday. I could live with that. I could live with that for sure. All right, we must have.
But I'll go. I'm going to give it to Schlegel. Then.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Jeremy. That is the one that makes me feel the most seen.
Now I think it's the smartest. It's like
I like it.
it makes you think a little bit. It makes you laugh a little bit.
Question my
It
body.
makes Clayton hate his body, which I just took a random photo of someone, and he's like, "Is that me?" It's like, "No, Clayton, this is some guy," and I took his
Oh.
trilby and I put it on your body. So that's
Stop zooming in and shaking his body. Oh God.
People, we're not even going to do the sing along. We're going to join the after hours. If you want to join us right now, this is the end of Polyester Blend. Some say Utah City's quiz is rigged. I say they're wrong. I say that we
Looks
celebrate.
like the judge thinks it's rigged too.
I think that we must agree that the husky boy of the show is, of course, the toilet.
It's obviously the toilet.
The toilet is the husky boy. It'll be doing the large work.
Honorable mention, Mr. Brown Brain himself.
Wow, Phil. Oh, that's a good. We've never
Don't
done
forget
it.
to come to the international Friday night. Hopefully, we have a band.
That is a. Oh Jesus, are we? How percent?
Dodging them raindrops. dodging raindrops.
Percentage wise, what? How much do we think we actually have a show next week, or for you guys for on Friday?
I'd give it a good 85%.
85% there will be a show. Will
Yeah.
it be according to our plans? No. It'll be amended.
Well, that's what Polyester Blend does.
We have a very ambitious set.
I know that you will make a lot of fun of the night. I can't wait to hang out with you. So whatever you produce, I can't wait to be a part of it, just like we do every week producing show. Quick question, Husky boys, and then this will be our final thought. Final thought of the night. Final thought before we end the show. Let's start with the last to join us, Gurky. Gurky, final thoughts. Show next week. It is 4th of July. No show or show.
I think you got to have a show. I think
Gurky,
you need to
go
commemorate I think you need to commemorate America the way it deserves to be remembered.
Okay, Gurky says show. Thank you, Gurky. We thank you for being here. We love you. Stick around for the after hours. Producer Rob, you produce the show. Show or no show?
It was a show. It was absolutely a show.
No, next week. Should we do a show on 4th of July?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, producer Rob says show. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for all your insight. We love it so much. Chatmaster Jeremy, another producer on the show. Jeremy?
They're going to be fireworks, but we can make our own fireworks here.
Oh.
Sorry, you're going yes.
Yes, I'll go yes.
You what, Jeremy? Actual thoughts.
Janine's like, wait, you voted for a show? We have plans.
Do you have plans?
No, I don't. Not to my knowledge, but
Because the next day we all work because it's a Monday night. We have Tuesday, so it's a normal. It's a normal night.
Day.
All right, but this is where the real votes came in. Ryan Bradford, all you work. Thanks for sticking around here this late. Ryan Bradford, show next week or no show?
I'll be around. If you want to do a show, I'm totally down. Always love seeing you guys.
I
And
love
being here.
seeing you. I love
But,
seeing you. Okay.
If not, then roll with the punches.
Clayton, deciding factor, show next week. We have 5 yeses, but you outrank them all. Show next week, no show.
Absolutely show. Like, who gives a shit about fireworks? We shouldn't even do fireworks. We shouldn't be doing fireworks.
God bless you. Guess what, people? My vote. My vote. My vote.
Uh-oh.
My vote.
No show. I'll be at a fancy wedding in some exotic location.
It's a fucking
Oh, it's a show. Yes.
Monday night next week, we will see you this Friday at the International Lounge, State Street, Salt Lake City, Utah, where our good friends Jeremy and Clayton and the great Mitchell. I want to hear about how his tour went. I want to see him in person and ask him about that. You
He
can
got COVID canceled.
We'll see you all fucking rife
I'm
with
telling you, we're
COVID.
dodging raindrops,
He
baby.
got
We
food
dodging
poisoning
raindrops.
canceled.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You're going to hear all about what we got up to on Friday because you're going to be there. And if you're not there, you're going to see us on Monday night next week, 8 o'clock-ish. It might be the new time we say to people, I love you all. This is the end of the show. It's a total NSPS ending to the night. Go see our good friends, Jeremy, Clayton, Greg Mitchley. They make up Hearts Full, and of course Jeremy's
Hearts Full.
normal band, NSPS, and of course I don't know home, but I bet I would find a
We
home
don't know him either, but
in their
apparently
heart.
it's
Wait, is that
Drony.
the
Their guy messaged me on Instagram today. Their bass player, so I now know them kind of.
That's super cool. You're super cool. This is a super cool